Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We are Hard Knock Dice. My music is loud. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening. And these people around me are your heroes for the evening, the Shining Vanguard, and my best friends.
Woo.
Today, we're going to be continuing our Across Eberron campaign. But before we get into our recap, I want to talk a little bit about Extra Life, which we are raising money for. You will see a thermometer right below me down here, right over that way, where we're raising money for Extra Life. If you don't know what Extra Life is, they're a charitable organization that raise money for children's hospitals across the United States. We are raising money specifically for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So our ultimate goal is $3,500. We're going to be giving away some cool prizes at certain benchmarks. Our next one's going to be at $1,500, which we're very, very close to. And we're going to be giving away a digital copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. And then later on, at our later goals, we're going to be giving away a SteelSeries gaming mouse and a SteelSeries gaming keyboard. So check us out. Check Extra Life out. You can donate right down below if you're on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, you're watching us on YouTube. Hop on over to Twitch, you scroll down a little bit and you can go straight to our link down below. So other than that, then Brittany posted the link so you can do it directly in Twitch chat again, so you can click on it directly. Yeah, I think that is it though. Anybody else got anything new and or exciting for the week? Nope. Nothing. Nada. Wonderful. Let's get into our recap. If I disconnect when I yell this, I swear to God. Last we left off. I'm still here. Okay, cool. Last we left off, our heroes fought their way out of Gorodon's tower in Vralkek. Framed by a Yanti advisor in the assassination of the Ash Lord, the party had to make haste in leaving the city. They were pursued by a sommelier, wine barrel golems, roper masseuses, and harpy scouts. Narrowly escaping the clutches of their pursuers, the Shining Vanguard sped off on their airship and their newly procured items towards the Shadow Marches. We pick back up with everyone aboard the ship, Eris just slamming the door shut. And he looks around at all of you and says, wait. Where's Crowley? Kaushik?
They Crowley teleported them, I think. They should be somewhere around here.
On the ship?
I think so. That's where he said he was going.
I will yell Crowley's name and Kaushik's name, but not do it on stream because loud.
Okay.
I presume once we teleport onto the ship, Crowley and I are already making our way out of the door to his room and into the area where people will be.
Gotcha. So just a few moments later, you greeted with the sight of Kaushik and Crowley walking downstairs. Eris breathes a slight sigh of relief. Lunch did not go well, it seems.
The lunch was great, actually. It was just like the end part.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
I heard on some thaumaturgy type devices that you had assassinated the leader?
No. We did not do that. It was the snake guy.
Gotcha.
Framed us, as you do. Apparently.
There was a Yanti who made a coup.
That guy.
Very well. I'm glad you're all safe. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I hope Nilbo is already doing that.
You guys know that Nilbo is hauling ass right now. He is not visible. You guys are in the bottom of the airship right now, sailing off. And right now, this room that you guys are in, it's actually kind of cramped because there's just a whole bunch of shit that's been rolled up here into the middle of the room, including 2 arcane turrets, a teleportation circle, fucking carpets, airfoil boards. It's just all kind of here in the middle. Nobody's gotten started on putting it up or anything.
Is it secured?
Yeah, it's like it's not going to be sliding around or anything at the moment, but the room itself is kind of cramped with all this in here, and you also 2 horses.
Is it only 2?
It's 2 horses and a donkey.
Okay. Oh yeah, one of the horses is not alive.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. All right.
Plenty alive.
I guess maybe we should make sure that we're not being pursued by anybody.
Yeah, I was.
I'm
kinda
gonna make
leaning
my
out.
way up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Is the door completely closed now?
Yeah, Erish has brought it all the way closed behind you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush up on deck, and as long as they're not too far away from the ground, I'm just gonna cast plant growth in front of those guys.
Nilbo is hauling ass at the moment. What's the range on plant growth?
I think it's 120 feet.
Oh yeah, you guys probably met 60 feet in the air, and he's been hauling ass for this entire conversation. That at this point, about all you can see is Gordon's tower and some moving down on the ground. So you guys are making some quick distance on these guys.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just getting up top, and I just want to scan to make sure that there's nothing flying anywhere in our vicinity.
Make a perception check.
Melgrim will do the same.
Yeah, both of you give me perception checks.
Oh fuck me. 14.
All right.
Roll better than me.
That'll be an 18.
There we go.
I'll say, Gaino, when you kind of squint, with you getting further and further away, oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus.
He's dying.
Someone's trying to kill me. And it's myself. That's not where spit goes. Down the air pipe. Anyways,
Oh, my.
squint your eyes, can't see too much, Gaino and Melgrim. Your eyes get a little flash of yellow and bird-like. You enhance, zoom in with your eagle eyes.
Enhance.
You look around. There are some harpies in the air. They cannot keep up with you, and you are gaining distance on them. But they are following up, and you just see them like sitting there. Probably a flock of about 10 or 12 of them. Some of them with bows in their hand, and one that seems to be sitting in the middle of them, that's squawking back some direction, is just sort of glaring off at you in the distance.
Sick. Also, out of curiosity, DM, am I still poisoned at this juncture?
It lasts for 1 minute, so I'd say at this juncture, no.
Okay, sick.
We got our tag number, boys.
Oh no, we
Yeah,
didn't
both
cover
our
our
chop
plates.
Oh, not that registration.
Erish
number.
holds up a comically sized license plate and says, "Ahead of you." It's a back down.
Fantastic.
Good shit, Erish.
I knew.
Is
I
it a
knew
vanity
could
plate?
come.
Yeah, it says too fast on it.
Hell yeah.
Ah, too fast.
Oh no, it's a cruise liner. It says too thick on it.
How many C's?
2.
Only 2. Got to work on that.
Too thick.
Bump up those numbers.
Anyways, you guys are speeding away from Vralkek, heading west. You guys get up on the deck. Nilbo just sort of shouts out, "What the hell was all that?"
You ever been accused of a coup?
Who?
Well,
I don't know.
Right.
Somebody said it one time.
I said it 5 minutes ago.
There you go.
yes,
That, yeah,
he
yep.
said it 5 minutes.
Mhm.
The,
It appears the Yanti.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry,
Do
go
it.
ahead.
No. I'm going to throw some bats at these fucking harpies. Hold on. You go ahead next.
Okay, yeah, the harpies. Looks like the Yonti was fighting for power. Killed his boss, essentially.
Right then, was it you?
No, wasn't us.
All right, so
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's
big
evil guy, but
big guy's dead
seemed,
then.
seemed decent. Yes, he's totally dead. Head crushed.
Unfortunately.
I have.
Right, I'm gonna
Adamantine.
just as a bit of job security here. I'm gonna take your word on it and say that you didn't do it. That way, I'm not
Yep.
pulling around some international criminals.
We
You
had
were
no reason
framed?
to.
By someone there.
A snake man.
Framed by a snake man. Yep.
Yep.
Right.
It is correct.
I did see the snake man. He was there.
You did. He was present. I'm glad you are so trusting of us, Nilbo. It's
Oh,
very
I'm-
comforting.
Now, this is what I got to believe to make sure that I don't
Fantastic.
get my ass toasted. So, here we are.
Wonderful. Glad we're on the same page.
Yep.
Well, they asked for a full list of who was back on the ship, and we gave them their first and last name. I hope that's okay.
You don't know my last name.
Don't we?
Yeah, I didn't tell them anything anyway. It's okay.
Your last place of residence, your social security number, all
I mean,
of it.
technically, they didn't
Your
even know
pilot's
I was there. I
registration.
was just a cat
Yep.
the whole time.
Literally.
I'm gonna lean over to Gandalf. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Britt. Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna lean
Kasha.
over to Gandalf and say, I thought his last name was Baggins.
I don't know. Just whisper back. I have no idea.
I thought his last name was Bo.
That
Neil
would be a
Bo.
weird name. Oh, yes.
yeah.
Nil. Oh,
That makes
that doesn't make sense.
That makes perfect sense. Shut up. Yep. Anyway, we better keep going, you know. So,
What do you think I'm doing?
yeah. I would hope keeping going.
He just looks at you holding the wheel and looking like y'all are hauling ass through the
I
air.
just don't look away from him. Just like,
So, who knows how to install the cannons?
what?
What?
Who knows how to install the cannons?
Oh, install.
Probably
again.
Milo.
I have no idea. They come with instructions.
Looks over at my.
Milo says, "Well, yes, I can help with instructions.
Shit.
But these are bottom mounting turrets.
Oh, shit.
These will be mounted onto the bottom of the airship. This isn't something that we're going to be installing midair.
Oh.
Why not? I've got rope. You can scale down the
Do we
side
like
of
land?
airship.
How do you do it? Then?
I'll
Do
let
like
you hold
land?
the cannon while you get out on a piece of rope then." Oh no. My internet DC'd. I DC'd.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's what you get for playing Milo poorly. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh, I don't know if Jonesy heard what I said, so that sounds like a huge insult if he didn't hear what I said.
I didn't. And it does.
Oh, I said Milo would never say that to me.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
he
fair.
didn't.
Wished it all
he
upon you.
actually said it before. I'm sorry. That. Aw. You're doing a great job. I was joking.
I'm not whiny enough. Anyways, you guys are atop deck right now. Bill sort of waddles over. That didn't last very long.
Nope.
No, it did not. It did not last long at all.
Yeah, why'd you kill that guy, Bill?
With gay. Not a real big on the
Guy.
killing, mostly because it's
I don't know.
real difficult to do. I could probably trample one if I tried hard enough.
Exactly. You squished his head.
Which one? Big one?
Yep.
He would eat
Yep.
me. Are you kidding?
I don't know. It looked like your foot. Okay. Anyway. So,
Anyways.
are we currently headed further inland, or are we headed back out towards sea?
You guys he's kind of staying along the coast right now, just hauling ass in a straight line away from Zarash'ak. That is all that's happening right now. He's just trying to get as fast as he can down the coast.
Good direction to be going.
Yep.
Don't worry.
But if any of you would like to give instruction to Nilbo about where you would like to be over land or over sea, that's completely up to you.
Our goal is Zarash'ak, correct?
Right, yeah, we need to go and get this druid tribe into shape.
Right.
Wherever they might be in the swamp. But yeah, that is where our lead takes us.
Fantastic. Well then, I imagine. Hey, Nilbo!
Yeah.
Are we headed towards Zarash'ak?
Unless y'all tell me differently.
Fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I guess we made it away kind of scot-free, huh?
No, this will never come to bite us in the ass ever again, I'm sure.
I mean, we don't have to like ever come back to throw him. We'll just avoid it.
But they seem to have harpies in their employ, and they'll probably eventually catch us unless we deal with everything in the Shadow Marshes pretty quick.
But they don't know where we're going, so. I
I
don't-
imagine there's ways that you can find out where a giant airship is going. It's not a very...
I mean,
Not to mention they have the fact that they have connections with Conti, the Overeem.
I mean, you can scry pretty easily. Like I can go back and try
Yeah.
and see what that
Aye.
Yanti fella is doing right now.
That,
If
and,
need be.
I mean, if that Yunti, however he was in there, if he was hearing our conversation, we straight up told the giant that we were going to the Shadow Marshes.
It was like an illusion that was in there. So,
Maybe you directly responded to things we said.
but how long? We don't know how long he's in there. I don't know. If he was doing a coup, though, he doesn't necessarily want to track us down. As long as he's in power, he doesn't give a shit. As long as they think we're responsible. Yep.
That's pretty thin thinking. I mean, it could be that if they bring us to justice, there are no more loose ends. So
Sure. Guess it depends on how many resources he wants to expend trying to find us. Zarash'ak is pretty far from here, so we should have a good lead, I imagine. We were outpacing those harpies by a good bit.
We certainly were. Well, either way, guess we'll just have to deal with that if and when that comes up.
Spend as little time enjoying as possible.
Koshik, do you have any spells left over?
Not many, but I've got a few.
Could you send a message to that scorpion crab man? If you could just
Yeah,
let
I
them,
can give it a go. Yeah.
if you could just let them know that he was poisoned, gate fell on his head, we had no way to do that. You know, Yanti person did it and tried to pin this on us. It's in your court now.
Yeah.
We're going to the Eldin Reaches and you can't get in there.
Oh, there you go. Hit him with the ropey dope.
The what?
If I cast sending at 4th level, can I add more words, or is it just upcasting?
Sure. You add 5 more words to it.
Perfect. Okay. Give me just a second, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna say to him.
Sure, take your time. I mean, it's not like we're going to go back and have a conversation with him. Fuck that guy.
No?
He summoned the elementals after us. I don't want to have to deal with any elementals.
Well, fair enough.
He didn't look like he was ready to have a conversation.
He was kind of pissed. He killed the shit out of your bat. Like, that thing got fucking wrecked.
I mean, it's not really like it's like a bat, right? Like they don't make a
What
bat.
do you mean?
It's like a pseudo bat. It's kind of generated out of energy from fake creatures. It's not a real bat.
What? It looks like a real bat.
It's kind of like a spirit inside of magic energy.
How do we touch it then?
It's
It's physical.
I mean, how can you touch the tentacle that heals you?
I don't. It kind of like passes through.
It does touch you. A little bit. In any case, I mean, I can turn into an animal. It's not like I just have a fake animal around me.
Sure. I don't know.
It's going right over your head. Isn't it?
I have no idea. I don't know what the hell magic
Anyway,
works.
well, needless to say, they just go back to where they came from. They're not dead, and the magic is just severed. It's okay. They're not actually killing anything.
Well, it still got fucked up really easily.
Oh,
so
no, absolutely. If
it
it
just
were a real bat, it
absolutely
would be
psh,
atoms or
gone.
tiny pieces by now.
What are atoms?
They're
Who is
like,
Atom and what does he have to do with this?
they're like in your throat, like little tiny, like inch pieces.
I like those are usually referred to as like chunks. Like
Chunks are
things of
much
like
smaller.
this. I don't, are
If you
they?
were to take things that big and put them in a soup, it would not be good.
Really, like when did you get like a big chunks of like a stew? You take the meat and you just kind of big like cubes.
Or like bits of a sausage.
Yeah, see, it's kind of like you do like solid chunks and then you just kind of, you know.
I don't. We'll have to agree to this.
I don't know. I feel like
The
Adams
differences
like
of
why
stunts-
think of like a
stunty chews.
different. Why think of like a different unit of measurement when
I
it's
mean,
already
there's no
perfectly
reason for
good?
us to argue about this. Erish, how big is a chunk when you put it in the stew?
That
What
would
is the
depend on
action?
the stew.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. See, you can
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I'm already done with this conversation. So we are assassins now. That's kind of
we
the
are.
shiny, the
I
shiny
thought
man.
you said you didn't kill him.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
we are being accused of it.
you were being the cute. We finally have a name, and the first thing the Shining Vanguard does is apparently assassinates a giant king.
I'm sorry,
Why did you want me to
Ortium.
tell him
Usually
that?
you're so literal. What'd you say, Kaushik?
Oh no, we did not kill him. We absolutely did. It was a joke. We have a very righteous name, and now people know us as assassins. It's like our
no.
first real deed as a group.
At least the people in that town.
Sure. Which, I mean, it might be a good thing. Like if other people like, oh well, they went over to Droam and they assassinated some of the evil
They
creatures.
assassinated the fire giant. Don't mess with them. Oh.
What'd you say, Kaushik?
I said, where did you want me to tell him we were headed?
Oh, the Eldine reaches. It's directly north.
So like away from where's the map? Where is that?
Or I guess if you wanted to say specifically, you could say Greenheart. I believe that is the capital of the Eldine.
Where the fuck?
If you wanted to use a compound word and not use two.
What?
Roll a quick history check for me, Ken. Or RTM, I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's on the map.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying roll a quick history check for me.
Okay. It's probably going to be a grand total of 12.
Okay. You know they're a group of druids in Greenheart. Okay. All right.
I imagine there's lots of druids in Elding Reaches.
I'm just thinking about where you're sending a potential recon and or like vengeance squad to find you guys.
I have
Pacifist.
Artyom's like, if it's the capital, it'll be surely defended against that, so they'll be fine.
Kent is gonna start to cause an international incident.
Perhaps it's best
Artyom
to
is gonna cause it.
not give him an area, then I don't want.
Well, yeah, we could just say the entire country then, the Eldine Reaches, or province, territory. I don't know. There's so many different words to describe things.
And it's north.
Right, it's to the north.
Pull out the map. Yeah.
Alright, so let me run it by you guys before I send it, I suppose.
Sure, that sounds great.
The Yonti
Sure.
killed your leader, poisoned then beheaded him. We had no way nor reason to. Up to you to handle now. We're headed north to Elden Reaches.
Should we use like the Yonti's name?
I don't know his name.
It is Shinseiya.
Alright, how do you spell that? Well, I guess it
I don't know.
Could you express that there is no way, like we didn't harm him at all, that like the gate crashing on his head, there's no way for us to have done that?
That's why I said we had no way nor reason to.
There you
Alright.
go.
If you'd like me to
Shinseiya.
specify, I don't have that many words I can say.
Oh, you're the word commander, so you choose the ones as you feel free to. Yeah.
Best
I mean, the
communicators.
point gets across.
Right, so I'll send that then. Shinsei killed your leader, poisoned and beheaded him. We had no way nor reason to. Up to you to handle now. We're headed north to Elden Reaches.
That sounds very solid.
Didn't count those off, so hopefully that is 30 or less.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check at disadvantage for me.
Shit.
You got this, Kaushik.
Luckily, my persuasion's +7, so that's fine.
There you go.
Nice.
So here we go.
I
I
trust.
thought it was +9, and I was like, yeah, but that's my perception.
Perception, persuasion. What's the difference?
Alright. That's a total of 14.
It's a good try.
So the 13 and the 7.
Read your message loud and clear one more time for me.
Shinsei killed your leader, poisoned, then beheaded him. We had no way nor reason to. Up to you to handle now. We're headed north to the Eldine Reaches.
Couple of moments later, you receive a response back. This is impossible. Shinseya was speaking to me when the alarms went off. Return. Receive your justice. That's it.
I am going to iterate that message to the squadron. I can send another message. I'll be almost completely out of spells, but if there's something that we can say in response, and this will be a 5th level cast, then
Oh yeah, well, I mean, maybe they can let him cool down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if the dude was in the room with him, he's probably gonna be kind of hard to convince that he did it, you know.
Maybe, and we can only hope that it puts at least the idea in his head to
Right.
to maybe over the coming weeks, if things change in a manner that he doesn't seem to like, maybe gears will slowly start to turn. That okay, well, you know, this thing happened rather quickly. Maybe this was planned in advance, type kind of thing. Or I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
can't believe none of you had your body cam on.
My what?
It was a cat, and I don't know what the body cam is.
Yep. Well,
Milo, what is a body cam?
what is a
You mean a body
cam?
crystal? It's a little crystal that can record some images.
Milo didn't have his drone set on record the whole time. Slipping.
I haven't installed that feature yet. That's a plugin that I haven't downloaded.
Oh shit. A what?
Well, I think maybe
You wouldn't understand.
maybe this
I
is
I already don't.
for the future. Keeps us out of a lot of trouble upcoming, I suppose.
It could be very useful, yeah. I mean, if that were the case, it may be really easy to prove that we are neither assassins nor terrorists.
It's all on that then. Come on.
I'll write down a note. Brings out a notepad, writes it down.
Fantastic. Well, we seem to be getting away from there pretty quick, so
You guys are
But we
making
got
your
our stuff.
distance. It is a little bit later in the afternoon. At this point, around 4 or 5. Nilbo has told you that it's going to take about 4.5 days or so to get there, depending on time. So you guys have some downtime, a little bit of downtime before you do reach Zarash'ak. So for tonight, as you guys, and we'll go ahead and switch on over from our very tense music as you guys make your getaway. We're just going to switch back over to a little bit more calm music. And flying through the coast, still the wastelands of Droam. Off to your right, Nilbo seems to be just sort of hugging the shore right now. The storm off to your north now blowing away from you at this point. The ocean to your south. You guys have about 4 days of travel. This will be about half of that 4.5 days. What would you like to do? If anything.
Well, is there any way that we can get any of those things set up for installation, like even maybe the teleporter or anything like that?
So the teleporter is going to have to is also going to be partially mounted on the bottom. Milo will tell you that the teleporter is going to be on the bottom floor of the ship, and then another piece of it that will hug the actual outside. So it's kind of like one circle and then one like circular but V-shaped to mount to the bottom of the deck. About the only things that you guys are going to be able to mount are you could mount and find a place for the airfoil boards if you would like to. He can get started on the top circle that is inside for the teleportation circle though, and have that done. Let me see what else. He will not be unless y'all want to do some skill challenges to switch the engine off in mid flight. We're not going to be installing the
That sounds fun. Let's do that.
We're not going to be installing the engine
Horrifying.
Mini
mid-flight.
games. Let's play some mini games.
I will not save you from whatever happens.
We will die
This is like changing out your engine at 80 miles an hour on the freeway.
in the air.
I will not do it. I won't save y'all from that decision if you decide to make it.
I feel like this is a bad idea. And that is me saying that, so
Let's
it's just
do
like
it.
a really bad idea.
you guys can
The
set up.
brain could have been implanted.
I don't know. Maybe. You guys
Could we
Go
could we
ahead.
possibly install things that are on the outside of the ship if people were being held aloft by external means, or dangled about the ship by means of summoned giant squid?
Oh, what?
It's gonna be dangerous, mostly because you guys are at.
It's gonna be fucking
You're at 30 miles an hour right now. The wind is still present. It'll be you. With any sort of intelligence check amongst the group, you think that the risk would not be, the reward would not be worth the risk. However, that being said, I will allow you to do what you wish to do.
Well, I assume that Milo would be doing the lion's share of the installation, and if he falls out of a squiddy tentacle, he can always fly.
So you guys have a crystal screen that you can install anywhere.
Let's go ahead and do that one.
The workshop assistants, which is just a rug that Milo can fold out. The arcane cannons are gonna have to wait. The teleportation can be halfway done by the time y'all hit. That will take some time though. The armoring, the reflective armoring is gonna need to wait, and the engine is gonna have to wait. You
Can we put
guys,
the crystal-
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, can we put the crystal screen in the galley so we can eat while we watch
Yeah.
TV?
Gotta be
So-
able to watch the news with your coffee in the morning.
The second floor where you guys normally have your dinners and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That
Yeah.
doesn't take anything to mount it right there. You can have a nice little swivelly mount that Milo makes within the matter of like
Hell
30
yeah.
seconds.
All right,
Good
guys,
level.
somebody get the level. Get your pencil. We gotta let's put the screws in.
Let's see.
The value of this boat is just going up, up, up.
Yeah, it is. And it technically doesn't belong to us.
Well, it's like when
Ooh.
you rent an apartment and you just want to make it feel like home.
Yeah, that's about what you're at. Your crystal screen airfoil boards, if you wish to mount them somewhere specifically for quick exits or whatever the case is, that will matter. They won't just be readily available. If you want to go get them,
Right.
depending on where you guys tell me you put them,
How tall are they?
the foil on them is probably about 2.5, 3 feet, and with a
Shit.
like curved piece at the bottom.
So would it be better for us to mount them like down by that door at the bottom? Because if they're that tall, trying to mount them somewhere on the deck just doesn't seem practical. I don't know.
I'll say, just so you have, if you guys, you could either install them at the bottom, but if you did want them on the top, there's enough room in between the actual deck and the railing itself if you wanted to mount them one by one by one.
Okay. Do we want to do that?
I'm not going to use the thing, so you mount them.
You can't fly, or you can fly. I can't fly.
Right. Thanks.
So, I would say definitely probably the lion's share by the top. It may be worth having like one, because we bought 6, right?
Correct.
It may be worth having 1 or 2 of them mounted by the door, just in case that's a locational advantage for some reason. So do we want 4 up top, 2 down by the door?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, kind of split them up. Still not a huge issue. Milo will help you guys install those. 2 down below. I'm going to write down 2 down below, and the rest of them where at on the deck.
Probably closer to the center-ish, kind of like evenly spaced around the center of the deck.
Okay, remember in the center is
so-
the fire ring.
Or like on either side of the fire ring. So like one here,
Okay.
one here, and then on both sides. So it's like you have like 4 corners. Does that make sense? So they're kind of like.
Yep.
We can become airborne from anywhere.
Okay.
Unstoppable.
Not an issue to get those mounted up and secured. We'll say, let's see. I'll let Milo roll a tinkering check for us to see if it's going to be an action or a bonus action to get those unmounted.
Okay. Is that an Arcana check?
Sure.
Oh, you said.
It'll-
So you said tinkering.
Tinkering,
I'm sorry.
yeah. No,
You already
it'll
said-
be his
yeah,
proficiency in
makes sense.
intelligence. Yeah.
Sick.
All right.
+8 sounds pretty good.
Use his birthday 20.
He's already used that.
Oh.
Oh yeah, as well.
All right.
Nice.
Erish ends up coming up to the top deck just a few minutes later, actually, and lets you guys know. He says, I feel that it's pertinent to tell you all what I'm doing currently with my candles isn't always 100%, but the trap that I did put downstairs did go off at some point. I just checked on it and it is shattered.
What did it do?
So, do what?
What did it do?
It
Or what was it supposed to do?
it sent out glass at the door
Oh.
area. Just the glass of the candle. It wouldn't do too much, but it hopefully deter someone that was trying to.
So should we check the ship? Is anything missing?
I don't know, and that's what I'm saying. My things are can be volatile, so it could have been nothing. But I thought it best to tell you all.
Best not to risk that. So
Yeah,
yes, let's check the ship.
Just in case. So, split up and search for clues, gang.
Sure. Where are you checking? Who's checking where?
I feel like the deck is kind of unnecessary.
Okay,
And there are 2 decks besides that, right? There's like the mid deck and then the bottom deck.
correct.
I'll check the horse deck.
I will check the middle deck.
Okay, where are you checking in the horse deck?
Where?
The bottom deck.
Everywhere.
I'll assist Kaushik searching the bottom deck.
Okay. Roll a investigation check for me.
Did you get advantage on that?
She does get advantage on that.
Sick.
With advantage, it went from a 10 to a nat 20.
Nice. What's your total?
Plus, wait, what kind of check was it?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation plus 0, so nat 20 is the total.
Okay. All right. This is how we're gonna do this. RTM, roll me a quick investigation check.
I would like
Alrighty.
to assist RTM.
All right.
Hey.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, I'm glad you gave me advantage because one of those is a natural one. The total is 16.
Okay.
This is way better than natural one.
RTM and Melgrim, you kind of go through the rooms and pretty quickly you find out there's nothing in there. Nothing or nobody in there that shouldn't be. As you're going through the rooms, you don't see anybody. You were about to say something or no? No. Okay. Gandalin and Kaushik, you guys start back near the horses, look through all of your stuff. And with a natural 20, Kaushik, you see right at the entrance, you do see some glass embedded into the ship itself, like right next to the door. Just tiny bits of like what the jars that Erish puts his candles in. And below there, you see tiny little drops of blood leading like back towards where you have Milo's workshop, you have the old crew quarter, and you have the galley, the kitchen, where food is cooked.
Do we still have our group text going? Our group chat?
Yeah, I think it lasts for 8 hours, right? Or 1 hour.
That's for a while.
Y'all cast it before the lunch. I'm gonna say it's a. I'll give you 50-50 shot. Hyatt's still on. That's a natural 2. It's not still on right now.
So you meant low, it's still on, right? Okay. No. I'm going to turn to Gandalin and as quietly as I possibly can say, there's blood. There's a trail. We need to tell the others. I need to go in there, I guess. Follow it.
Are the stairs back past where the blood is leading to?
You see the blood is no. The stairs are actually behind you on your ship. We won't bother switching over. The stairs are behind you. They go up the back of the ship, and the galley, Milo's office, and the other things are at the front of the ship.
Okay.
The bow.
And so I respond. We do need to let the others know, but I don't want to give them any time to go anywhere. So.
With someone on the ship, I don't want to waste another spell. So if you want to go ahead and go up there and I can teleport us.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and check it out. With her having pointed out the blood trail, can I follow it easily enough?
Yeah, I'll say with Kaushik's natural 20. Go ahead and give me a quick investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
As she points it out.
Could this possibly be a survival check? This is tracking.
It is tracking.
Okay. No.
It's not in nature. It is tracking though. You are tracking a creature. Sure. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
With or without advantage for survival?
With advantage. With her pointing it out.
Advantage. Okay, sick. Oh, jeez. That one went flying. So we have a 12
Can you get
for
double
one of
advantage
those.
if I give him guidance?
You can tap him with a
like,
guidance. That'll give him a
Oh,
D4.
yeah, that's true. Give me a little guidance cap before.
Okay, am I adding a D4 to this?
Yep.
Okay. Oof, that's only a +1. That does bring it to a 22 though.
22. Again, when you're sort of, go ahead.
Just quick comment of, as I was following this, I would want to stealth as well, like moving quietly.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. And I know you said you weren't gonna not to worry about it at this moment.
Still don't worry
ignore
about
that. Okay. Just want to make sure. Well, that's an 8 on the die. It brings it to a 21.
Fucking shit. Okay. All right. Let's see. I should be in combat right now. I'm rolling pretty all right. But with a 21, you sneak up. It is going to take you a minute because you're quietly investigating this trail and trying to follow it and where it's going. You see that it initially goes actually under all of the stuff that you bought, and you kind of navigate it in there. In the meantime, because that is going to take you a minute, Kaushik, what are you doing?
I'm going back to. I presume I know that they were going to go check the other deck because of the fact that we were all together. So I'm going to tip tap tap as fast as I can, jetting up to that deck and be like, guys, there was blood near the candle. There's a trail and Gandaman's following it. We need to go. There's probably someone on the ship still.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
And I will lead them tip tap tap back to the area.
Okay. Are all of you going with her?
Yeah. I want to cast Detect Magic as well while I'm moving around the ship.
Were you casting Detect Magic at? Or just like trying to find anything?
Yeah. Just let's see. Yeah, kind of detected on just on top of myself and move around. I'm pretty sure. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Give me a quick let's call it a Arcana check.
$25.
Holy shit. Okay. Nice. With a 25, you see all of your friends light up with all of their magical gear. You get strong presences from everything in the bottom deck when you get close to it. With a 25, I am going to see a light, and this is just some stuff where you see a light magical aura around Gorham's right eye. You see a magical aura around Gandawin's neck. And yeah, aside from the normal stuff, that's stuff that might stand out. As you do and you're sort of walking through, though, there is nothing else pinging on your detect magic that is sort of out of place.
Okay, well that keeps up for 10 minutes, so I just want to move kind of briskly.
Gotcha.
Cover the. Let's keep going.
As you guys make your way downstairs, Gandalin, you're slowly sneaking up. With that survival roll, you find that it leads into the old crew quarters.
Okay. I'm just gonna as quietly as possible, because I assume since I've been moving so slow that I can hear my companions approaching somewhere behind me.
You see them all sort of stepping down the stairs slowly, looking at you.
Okay,
You guys
I'm
can
just gonna-
see Gandalin sort of across the ship and above all the stuff you bought.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace once we get down the stairs.
Okay. Kind of staying quiet. All right.
And I'm just gonna slowly, like as quietly as possible, ease that door open with one of the kukri in hand, and just start to step in there, trying to see anything in there that may be hiding.
Give me a perception check.
Alright, if I could not roll like shit. 12.
Still beats my roll on that one.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I could only have rolled one worse.
Well, I could have rolled much worse, but Gandalin, you walk in and you start looking around behind all the beds, checking them out, kukri in hand, and then right in front of your face, hitting the ground, you see a little drop of blood just hit.
Oh fuck.
And you look up. As soon as you look up, you're greeted with a goblin who is currently in the rafters, Spider-Manning on either side, holding himself aloft. And when you look up, he just goes "Ah!" and screams. And he drops and he's gonna try to run. He's gonna try to run
Okay.
past you.
I'm gonna fucking punch him in the face, just clock.
Okay, all right. Roll an attack roll.
I will be not attempting to do lethal damage.
Okay.
Just trying to knock this little bastard out.
Okay.
Turns and looks at fucking Milo.
That's a 23 to hit.
That hits. You instantly, it is out.
Okay.
As he
Okay.
runs past you,
Whack.
you see a younger looking goblin. You're not sure. Well, let me ask. Where did Gandalin learn how to speak Goblin? Because you know how to speak Goblin.
I do know how to speak Goblin. I would say that it was one of those that I picked it up as I went during the war. It was one of those like people knew bits and pieces, and I kind of. It's kind of like knowing pseudo Goblin. It's not like formal education.
Sure. Okay. So never really hanging out with goblins. All right. He looks smaller and younger. As you just sort of hit him on the top of the head as he tries to run by you and falls limply on the ground. He's like wearing these just ratty like a bag over himself. And you see bits of glass just sort of embedded across his face and nose. Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, I found our stowaway. I'm just like back out of the room. He is not dead. Do not worry. I imagine that that as small as you're describing, I could probably just like grab him by like the back of the shirt and just kind of whoop.
Yeah. And limp noodles up when you do. You guys see a small green goblin, not nose not so long, not too many wrinkles in the face. If any of you have a history with goblins, which I don't think you do, he just looks younger.
He's unconscious now?
He is very unconscious right now.
Yeah.
If we can get him tied up, I'd like to remove the glass from his face, at the very least.
I don't know if he's waking up anytime soon.
I mean,
That's
I can
fine.
deal with like other people.
Sure. So I will hand the child goblin over to Goshik.
Okay. All right. You just
We're gonna restrain him in any way beforehand.
I don't know. Should
Think
I
we got
mean, he
handcuffs?
really just kind of tried to run away. I don't know how much of a threat he is. So we could.
There
Yes, no
are
reason for it.
7 of y'all, well, 8 of y'all, including Erish.
Hell yeah.
I just don't want him waking up and freaking out when I'm so close to his face trying to get the glass out. So.
Completely
I'll
fair.
just hit them again.
All right, so I'm just
Anyone
gonna lay
trained
him on
in
the
medicine
deck.
knows that's not a good idea to do.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll take your word for it.
And I'm gonna, I guess, roll a medicine check. Do I need to roll a medicine check for it?
Yeah, you're just removing the glass from his face right now. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Milo will assist you.
What a nice guy.
Does that give me advantage?
It does.
Okay, good, because I rolled a 4. Not too terribly much better. I rolled a 9, so that'll be plus 5. Is that my medicine? Yeah, plus 5, so 14 total.
Okay. All right. It's not a terribly hard task. You've done a lot of stuff like this before, except with like shrapnel from blast disc and stuff like that. That is much more deeply embedded. This looks mostly superficial, which is how he's able to get away from it. But without too much of an issue, you think you get all of it. While she's doing this, is anyone doing anything else on the ship or around the ship?
I'm kind of hanging out waiting for this goblin to wake up.
As far as I'm aware, I'm the only person that speaks goblin, so I'll hang out to talk to the goblin when it gets woken up.
Okay.
Does he have any effects with him, like a bag, or like this is fucking flour sack have pockets or anything?
It doesn't. No. Actually,
You're trying
I lied to you.
rob this kid?
I lied to you. It does have one pocket roughly sewn onto it in like what's it, twill or whatever, the twine. There you go.
Weed?
Twine
Okay.
is like roughly sewn with twine, and you find like 4 copper in there.
But this
Oh,
dude's
okay,
fucking
I was
big
just-
balling.
Looking for like identification of any sort or anything like that could tell us anything about him. But if it's just copper, I'll leave it in there. Obviously, I'm
Just
not gonna
driver's,
steal this tiny baby.
Yeah, it's
yes,
just
driver's license.
no driver's license, just 4 copper
No
With-
social security number.
No birth
with Gordon's
certificate.
face imprinted on it.
Oh shit. Sorry, buddy.
Now, like, gonna have to just, put a big old weird slashy thumb through those heads now.
Gotta
If
try to-
Octum, if you heal him, will he wake up?
Yes, it works most of the time.
All right, Gana, when you speak Goblin, so I guess let's give it a go. Heal him
Sure.
and let's have a polite conversation.
I will
Octum, if you
cure
will.
wounds him.
You're gonna cure wounds him? Okay.
13
Wake up, wake up.
with a 7. I'm
Nice.
sorry, that's terrible math. That would be 12.
12?
Yeah,
Okay.
close enough.
12.
About double his hit points. Probably a little bit
Holy
more than.
shit.
So he'll bring him up too. Instantly, like, sort of reflexively jerks back, but from the people around him, he like steps forward, tries to get away, steps to the side, like realizes he's sort of surrounded right here, and just
I
freezes.
just immediately just gotta kind of hold my hands out front of like, hey, chill out. In goblin.
Doesn't say
What's up?
anything yet.
I'm just like, so you're on our boat.
And in common, he says, "Eh."
Okay, perfect. So other people can talk to him. That's good.
Why are you here?
Leaving? Hopefully.
I'm gonna kind of
You know,
look over
that's
to
fair.
Gorham and be like, hey, can you make sure this kid's telling the truth?
I could. See.
I mean, he's not wrong. He is leaving.
He is leaving. Any particular destination in mind?
Where you going?
Nowhere fun.
That wasn't
probably
very
worse.
fun either. so.
Yeah, probably like way worse. On like a scale of like 1 to 10, that's like a strong 6. This where we're going is like a 9.
Oh.
All right, 1 second. Hold still. I'm gonna grab the goblin by the shoulder and cast Zone of Truth on him.
Okay. Do you give him any sort of warning? You're just kind of doing it.
I just told him to hold still.
Okay. You feel it take effect, quite strongly.
Does that give us a set number of questions or anything, like with the speak with dead, or is it just he's in this area and he's telling us the truth?
It's a duration. I think it's like 10 minutes, right? Or an hour or something like
Correct.
that.
10
Yeah,
minutes.
10 minutes.
All right. What's your name?
Moup.
Mop.
Moup.
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 And one more time, why are you here?
To get away.
I'm gonna look over to our team and kind of just shrug.
Any particular reason?
There was bad.
There was
That
what?
place was bad.
There was bad.
Right.
Oh, there was bad. Okay.
Yeah. No fun. No fun.
And that's it. You're not following us for any specific reason. You just wanted to leave. You're not reporting back to anybody about where we are, where we're going.
Nope.
I feel like anybody who is our enemy has way more resources than a literal child.
How old are you? How many
Just sort
years?
of shrugs his shoulder.
11 days!
You never know, when they might send somebody unsuspecting.
How many winters have you seen?
80.
Okay.
Shrugs again.
Do you have a family?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Back there. They put me on here, or told me to sneak on here.
What did they do in the city?
What do you mean?
Their occupation?
What they were told?
So they were just slaves, you mean to say?
I don't know what that means.
They had no choice of what they did and did not do.
Yeah.
Okay. So they implored you, they told you to get on the ship so that you would get away from this bad place of Zarash'ak, correct?
Yep.
Alright.
With
This is
no
all-
knowledge of where we were going.
This is all true, Goran? Okay.
It would seem that way.
I'm going to be honest, Gandalf. I think it's a situation where anywhere is better than here for them.
I guess, without knowledge. Where did your parents work on the boat that got destroyed by the crab? By any chance? Nope. Okay.
No boat.
Have you ever seen a dinosaur before?
I don't know what this means.
Are you going to feed him to Bill?
What the fuck?
Whoa there.
It's a, Bill
No.
He starts backing up.
No, Bill is a really nice dinosaur. He only eats plants.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to like lean the staff behind Kaushik and just fucking take a tentacle and slap Gandalf in the back of the fucking head with a fucking thorn whip or whatever.
Indeed, it only eats green things.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we should. I could eat as well. We should all probably have some food.
He just shakes his head, yes.
All right, let's get him some food then.
And don't worry about that weird bone horse over there. It just talks all the time, and it just says a bunch of mean things. Just don't even listen to it.
It sings like my mom. I like it.
What?
So yeah, you know, trick and the
That's
trick, I
cute.
guess.
I had to look at Kaushik with concern.
I'm just gonna
What do you mean?
shrug.
think Koshik can finally pawn the horse off on someone.
Yes, let me give this toddler my dead horse right into the sunset.
Unlike your parents, it will never leave you.
My parents did
Oh,
leave me.
The goblin's parents. Jesus.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
he left his parents, not the same.
Same difference.
Do you perhaps have any, I don't know, mementos of your parents or anything to remember them by?
He reaches into a pocket and pulls out 4 copper.
Shit.
Did they give you that pouch?
It's a pocket. There's no pouch. It's just a pocket sewn on to the like clothes that he's wearing. Clothes is a strong word.
Good. All right. Well, you are on a ship with a group of heroes called the Shining Vanguard, and I guess we're going to have to make you a crew member. Not an official member of the Shining Vanguard, but you can at least help out the crew.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first order of business is to eat some food.
Yes. You're sort of speaking to him. He's like, when you say the first order of business is to eat some food, and it's very like, I will do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
God, don't you seem concerned what's going on?
I am concerned we are taking a kid to a very dangerous place.
Well, our
Yeah.
options are to take him.
I know. I'm not
Yeah.
saying there are good ones. Just like it's not good.
We've done it before, and she was blind, but she made it.
I feel like where we're going now is way worse.
Let's see, I
It's-
suppose.
I'll just pick him up and be like, okay, come on, let's go.
Every
You
ship
just-
needs a cabin boy, I think, right?
It,
But
what's-
first was our cabin boy.
there are no options. There's no reason to worry about it. We'll take every precaution we can, and he'll stay with the ship. Obviously, we're not going to kick him out into the shadow marches.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's feed the kid. Feed the boy at least.
Erish will whip up some food for you guys pretty quickly and get a good meal for you guys. And he'd put some work into it, knowing the day that you guys have had. Whips up a nice solid meal. Being told to eat food, that is exactly what Mount does, and he begins to devour the things in front of him. Correct. There are no table manners.
Can I get an estimated age for him since he wasn't able to tell us? Can we kind of guess?
Like
Like he's not an actual toddler.
you'd tell by the way he's talking that he doesn't seem like a toddler. He doesn't seem that young. He seems like he has a very basic understanding of common, but other than that, it's just kind of without any
Younger
sort of
No,
do what?
younger than a teen.
Maybe teen aged. None of you guys
Is
are
he
really
any more verbose in Goblin?
say again.
Is he any more verbose in Goblin?
I don't know. You'd always
Like that's what I was saying. Because I first talked to him in Goblin, so I didn't. but then he went straight to Common.
right. He just said yeah.
Yeah. You're on a
He
ship.
heard your
Yeah.
broken goblin and decided to try it and switch it up.
Fair enough.
How respectful.
All right. What? That's not how old he is. I got nothing.
Mop, do you have any brothers or sisters that might have also decided to hop aboard the ship?
No.
Just in case,
Shit.
I'll have old Bat Barrack, I guess, kind of flitter about the ship with kind of like blind sight through to make sure that there aren't any other things waiting on us on the ship.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Quick fly around, floating around, and this seems to be your only extra passenger.
Cool.
Who's the smallest member of our group? Like, obviously size-wise, is it Gandalin or Milo? Or the
it's either
dwarves, I
you or
guess.
me, or the dwarves. Yeah, depending on how you measure.
Nilbo, if you want to consider him.
I'm just gonna ask around. Does anyone have an extra like shirt or?
Oh, it's okay. I can make him some clothes.
Awesome, perfect.
What? What?
Why are you
Make
looking
clothes?
surprised? Yeah, I made Bill his armor before we got him proper
His are
clothes.
not armor is not clothes.
He looked great.
Did we put the cleaning stone thing on the airship, or is that on our regular ship still?
No,
Oh,
Harris
God,
Harris
yeah.
brought it back, and is
Perfect.
on the top deck.
Okay, I'm gonna after he's done eating, I'm assuming he's got food splattered on him, maybe a little bit of dry blood.
His face is okay. You see, it's mostly just, like I said, superficial wounds and stuff like that. But the longer this meal continues to go, he's getting loaded up with some food and debris.
He's gonna look like
Right.
a whole new goblin.
after he's done eating, I want to be like, all right, buddy, let's head up and get you cleaned up, all right? And I'm gonna lead him up to the stone and tell him, you just grab it, right? You just put your hands on it,
Right.
and I'm gonna give him instructions on how to get clean. Have him do it.
Touch the rock.
Yes, ma'am.
It won't hurt you, no worries.
And after a few moments and just tons, yeah. Well, that's the sound it makes when you're extra dirty. Food, dirt,
Gross.
accumulated after whatever years that he's gone without cleaning. It's cleaned up and ejected off the back of the boat.
He's ejected off the back of the boat.
No,
Yep.
You-
The stone
he's
just got rid of him.
and said, "Be gone, Phil."
We have a racist king of stone.
He is cleaned up and ejected off the back of the boat. That's what I heard.
no, he gets cleaned up and all the dirt. And,
Twist is
you know what? Let's give him a dexterity saving throw at least.
No!
Oh shit! Grab him.
He's all cleaned up.
I will one hand on his shoulder the whole time, just in case.
Okay, sure.
Does he look like a brand new goblin?
Yeah. Like the sort of mottled dirt and stuff that was covering him, making him seem like a darker shade of green than he actually is. He's actually closer to a lime green. He's like bright green for a goblin. So
Nah, you feeling any better, buddy?
yeah.
Perfect.
Sick.
I'll lead him back, I guess, down to the group.
Okay.
I had some stuff set up at one point weirdly in the kitchen.
It's still there.
I will get some tools and things for measuring this little goblin and attempt to make him some clothes. Guess
Sure.
he'll have leather clothes, so I will tell him it is armor.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a check for me. You have the seamstress tools, right?
I
it-
have
is-
leather workers tools.
Leather workers tools. Go ahead and make a leather working check for me.
Okay.
I think it's called a
Little
sewing
tiny-
kit, not a seamstress kit. Sewing kit.
Little tiny set of goblin armor.
Yeah. Let me see what my bonus is. Oh, that's right. It doesn't tell you what your bonus is. Is that
I can-
intelligence based? Right?
Do what?
Are tools intelligence based or what?
Depends on the tools. I'm gonna say this is dex based, so proficiency plus dex.
Based.
Yeah.
Proficiency.
This
so
is
that
like you
will-
working with your hands and sewing.
That'll be a total of 18 then.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
worlds better than what he had, and he's sort of like, after you fit it on over him, you do see that the stuff in your kitchen has been pushed off to the side and organized as Erish has been using this space to clean. So he has organized it off onto a table of its own. So you find your stuff, measure him up a bit. Doesn't speak all that much, just sort of quietly as you sit there and measure him around. You make a nice set of like fitting leather armor for him, increasing his AC.
Make sure you add a pocket. Oh, Tim.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'll give him some pockets.
Got it.
I
Can-
have his measurements, and like later on, I can get him some like pockets to, like a little tiny bandolier or something like that.
How many pockets do you put on it?
6.
Okay.
small pouches.
A lot of pockets. Hell
He
yeah.
finds the
You make
close.
sure-
Belt.
That one of them can zip so that he can keep his 4 copper to remind him of his parents safe.
I mean, they have buttons on them, I would imagine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, as long as they just seal closed, not like jean pockets that just vibe.
Just kind of hold them
Right.
upside down and shake the coppers out of the pocket.
He unbuttons one, throws his coppers in there, starts looking around the kitchen, like grabs a spoon, throws it in a pocket as well,
Oh fuck!
closes it.
Right,
Take-
you don't have to put something in every single bucket.
But you can.
Well, don't take spoons. I mean, the spoons are for
Yeah, we
everyone.
need those.
Right? I mean, these spoons are for you and for me and for Irish and everyone. By the way, I am Ortian.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I realize we've done you the disservice of not properly introducing ourselves. I'll let everyone introduce themselves.
Right, my name is Koshik.
I'm Gandalin.
I'm Melgrim.
I'm Gorham.
Crone.
And Milo.
And Milo.
And Irish.
And Irish.
Yeah.
And Elbow. I don't know how Elbow
Yeah,
talks
fucking
again.
Elbow.
Wait, and Elbow. Good on ya.
Good on ya. What were you saying, RTM?
There's a couple of people above deck you can meet if you want to now. By the way, do you realize you're on an airship? Or do you know what that is?
Yo,
Oh fuck.
Skyboat.
Okay, this might be a little bit startling, but okay, it might be a little bit funny too. So
Koshik has already taken him up top.
oh shit.
Yeah, that's where the cleansing wheel is up top.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Did he not seem to care that he was this
doesn't-
high in the air?
Can't really see over the railing.
Oh yeah, he's a little short, huh?
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
Very
guess like,
smooth
and the
seas.
little man or the smaller individual that was flying the ship, he was Nilbo, and the animal up there was Bill. He actually talks.
He's the dinosaur.
He's going to try to get you to give him bottles of alcohol. Just ignore him when they ask for that.
No, listen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can listen to him, just don't do what they ask you to do.
Concept seems odd to him, confusing.
That's kind of depressing. Yeah, right.
Sort of.
Alright, so
Yeah.
so what kind of things are you good at doing?
Mouth.
You're good.
King
at-
Mops.
Are you good at mopping? Like with a... I'll make a...
He like emphatically shakes his head and
Perfect. The poop deck will never have been so clean.
Would you like us to call you anything other than Mop?
like what?
Anything. What would you like to be named?
Mouth.
Okay, that's fine. Mop it is.
Do you like the name Mo? Though?
Like mouth.
Okay, cool. I don't care.
Sick.
Man wants to be called Mo, call him Mo.
All right. Well,
I'm going to explain to you so that you understand while people are taken aback by this, that it sounds like you're being named after the service that you perform, which is mopping something with a mop. And now that you're away from that place, you can choose to do whatever you like, and thusly you can choose to have whatever name you want, not necessarily correlating with what you do.
Make a persuasion
And,
check.
you're using a lot of words.
I'm gonna say at
Is that
disadvantage.
dumb,
Ooh,
guy?
18. Oh shit.
I'm dumb. I don't know what
That's-
they fucking
that's
mean.
a good
Ah, okay. Well, that's a 13 instead total.
13.
I give him guidance. I'm just kidding.
You're talking to him, and a lot of the concepts that you're trying to talk talk through don't seem to be clicking. He's grown up this way, and this is what he knows, and is liking things, liking your name. You know, these are just doing what you want to do. Foreign concepts.
We'll work on that.
We will. While everybody's having a conversation with him, I would like to go up to the staff quarters. I can't remember what they're called, and I'd like to get a room comfortably set up for him if I can, or like a bed. Oh, they share a room with lots of beds, don't they?
The crew quarters does have lots of like bunk beds in there. There are a couple of empty beds up where you guys sleep, but that's up to y'all.
I don't want to put him in the crew quarters because he's just a kid. So yeah, I'd like to make sure there's a room set up for him in the area where we sleep.
Easy enough. The bed's already ready and made. And I mean, Eric's just been taking care of these, so these rooms are ready to go.
Perfect. Okay.
Fucking love Erish. Legend.
Truly.
We would fall apart without him. Alright. How's he react to getting a room to himself, out of curiosity?
Once he's brought up there and you tell him that's where he stays, shakes his head yes and walks in.
He will not leave that room unless we tell him otherwise. I get that feeling.
I'll tell him then.
Alright.
You're free to roam the ship as you please, as long as you give us our privacy.
And don't
as
take
long
our
as
shit.
Don't take our ship, obviously, and as long as
Take
you
our
don't.
shit.
Oh, take our things, yeah, or the ship, the shit or the ship, and as long as you don't put yourself in any kind of danger. Don't go into Milo's laboratory. I will motion towards where. Oh, he was in. We found him there, didn't we?
No.
I found him across from it.
Oh, okay. Which is the room across from where we found you.
Is that a lock? Is there a lock on that door?
I'm going to assume there are locks on every door except for the kitchen.
Okay, I meant Milo's lab specifically because it occurred to me that the like blasting thing is in there.
Correct.
Try not to steal food. We eat together usually, but if you'd like a snack, you can speak to me, Erish, or anyone else, and we can help you. But otherwise, you aren't required to only do what you're told. You have freedoms here. Does he know what a freedom is?
I was I could see the wheels turning.
Yeah, you guys are. It'll take some time trying to explain those concepts to him, but right now it's not dawning. He's just sort of like, as you say, don't do something or do something. It is yes. All right, done.
I just want to try to iterate a little bit further, just for this one specific thing. This is your room that you can go into, but you do not have to go into. And that is...
When you feel the need to sleep, you can do it in this bed.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now I order you to have fun. No, I'm just kidding. It's not an order.
Does he know what fun is?
He doesn't do anything whenever he says that.
Awesome.
But he does crawl into the bed and like hits the pillow a couple of times and like curls up on top of the pillow and starts laying down.
Cat.
And he just lays down, closes his eyes.
All right, I guess we'll leave the room and close the door.
Yeah, close the door. Well, that was fucking weird. What the hell?
Alright, we got a kid now. Sorry, Koshik, what were you saying?
It's fine. I just said he grew up different. It's not that he's weird. He just doesn't know.
No, I just meant the situation in general, not just that he is a little strange.
Oh yeah, his parents Prince of Egypt him? Yeah.
They did what? Where's Egypt?
You've never heard that story?
Nope.
The parents were trying to help their baby escape a terrible ruler, so they put him in a basket and sent him down the river.
Are you saying that this is a goblin prince?
Not
Yes.
specifically,
That's
it's
exactly
just
what
shit.
she's saying.
the
We
same
have a
situation.
loyalty.
Isn't this the, are you sure
The
that's
pa-
the Prince of Karnak?
Yeah, perhaps.
I'm pretty sure our rulers are not goblinoid.
I'm
I've
just
never seen
explaining
the
the
king in person,
situation.
but pretty sure.
You know this means we're gonna have to go back for his parents at some point, right?
Oh boy, that will be a fun time.
We can't keep an orphan forever. Well, technically not an
He's
orphan.
not an orphan.
Why would we not keep him forever?
Somebody ask Lydia's mom if she
That's
wants
good.
another kid.
His parents gave him to us for a reason. Anywhere was better. They thought that anywhere would be better than where he was there.
I didn't
What
say
if-
we'd return him to his parents. We just get them too eventually.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they'll
I
miss
mean,
them.
Much more acceptable.
For the foreseeable future, he's going to be staying with us because there's
Right.
nowhere better for him to be.
Absolutely.
We kind of can't afford to sidetrack very much.
That's fine.
Kind of
As
got
long
that.
as we do everything we can to keep him safe.
Sure. Just if we can avoid the ship getting attacked, we should be pretty okay.
That's our goblin baby now.
Apparently.
Our
I'm just
little
saying.
friendship.
Somebody give Lydia's mom a call, see if she wants another kid. Wham bam. Done.
I'll contact her tomorrow and see if she has the capacity to care for another child currently.
I actually don't know how they feel about goblins, so eh,
They're good people. I don't think it'd be negative.
you would be surprised.
Even as such, I don't think it'd matter in this situation. They
Hopefully,
have big hearts.
hopefully. Anywho,
We gave them lots of fucking money anyway. They can
we did.
they can take their
They can return a
valuables and
favor.
fuck off.
Take care of this goblin child, please.
I'm sure Lydia would love to have another child to play with.
Lydia wouldn't be able to tell that he was a goblin.
Do you
Convenient
see the
enough,
size of
I
those
guess.
ears? She'd find out real fucking quick.
You think so? Do you usually go around like grabbing people's ears? I don't
Did
think
she
Lydia
not
grabbed
go up to
anybody's
you
ears.
and press her hands on your face, you dumbass? How do you not remember this?
I was saying she doesn't necessarily have to do that, though. I mean, she might. Who knows?
I mean, I'm sure after she did it to you, she wished she didn't gamble it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, they said you.
I've gotten hit in the face a lot.
You know, you get
It
after
is-
the first
they
couple of
hasn't-
times you get your nose broken, it just adds character.
They gotta start.
I
no, they
mean,
gotta start
I have a hard time like breathing out of this side. You know, it's a little crooked. You know,
Heal wounds won't help that. Okay,
We could try to reset it.
Maybe later.
You know, back in the hold, you just grab onto it and yank it.
Essentially, it's a bit simplified, but that is pretty much the process.
I think I'm good for the moment.
I can already feel my sinuses, opening up just thinking about that.
It may help you breathe a little bit better.
You'd be surprised how many noses get broken in a mine. Fallen rocks and all.
That actually does not surprise me very much.
I've hold a few noses clear in my day.
I
I could help. My efforts in the war were nursing.
Yeah, I
right,
will
everyone
take that
together,
under
grab Gandalf's
advisement.
nose.
I swear to God, all of them. Dear Lord,
Proudly, you hold him still.
let's not do that.
Just gonna open the door to the crew's quarters and just toss Barrick in there to hook up into the ceiling someplace.
Okay.
Let me know if he seems to have any troubles.
He is on the same deck as you guys, where you guys
Okay,
sleep.
he's not in the quarters, yeah.
He's on the second floor. You guys have extra bedrooms up here, so he's on the
Yeah, I
second
think we have
floor.
like 1 or 2 extras. A little bit.
2 extra, yeah, because you put Erish in
So-
one.
Yeah, I set him
We
up.
put
with this
Arish in Archim's room.
Oh, that's true. So you would have
on the deck.
3 extra.
Okay, well, you throw him in there and I throw Barrick in there.
Okay.
Don't worry
Just a
about
bat
that. Do
hanging
not-
out the ceiling.
Oh yeah, he's a bat. He's not a tropical bird right now.
Pay no mind to the bat behind the curtain.
It's just it wakes up. There's just like a bat just looking at him. Just
We see him go. Ah! Again.
Good Lord. Alright. Wow.
okay.
The night is yours. If you'd like to do anything else.
Gorham is going to go up to the deck and just go to the battle beam and swing his hammer around for a bit, get used to the weight.
Okay. This thing is massive. You mess around with the weight. The voice that had, or at least sound that was made whenever you picked it up, doesn't present itself again as you attune to it. And I've already added the Titan's Fist to your inventory. Do you want to read out what it does, or do you want to just leave it there?
I can read it if you.
No, it's up to you, man. Either I
It's
can read
a
it.
firearm and
Oh shit! Bloody gun!
Okay, in case I don't think I've posted it, but in case anybody looks it up on his character sheet, it is not a hunting rifle. That is what I've had to do for the damage.
but I can read out the. You talking about the description for it?
Sure.
So I assume this first line might be a typo. This is the Tyrant's Fist, but the title is Titan's Fist.
Titan's Fist, correct.
The Titan's Fist is a colossal ashen gray warhammer with blue runes etched up the handle all the way to the fist that separates the bludgeoning implement into piercing. A warhammer for giants. This massive warhammer is 7 foot in length and weighs about 120 pounds. It requires a 20 strength minimum to wield. It does 2d10 bludgeoning or piercing damage, player's choice, and a reach of 10 feet. Holy crap. This warhammer is considered magical for the purpose of overcoming damage resistance, and you have disadvantage on hitting smaller creatures. Bound. When the hammer is left unattended by the attuned user, the hammer is incredibly difficult to lift and to be used by anyone else as if it were under the immovable object spell. That's awesome. Thunderous Teleport. Once per day, the user can slam the Titan's Fist into the ground, casting Thunder Step.
There you go.
That's badass.
Hell yeah.
It's Mjolnir.
Yeah. He's sitting here wielding fucking Thor's hammer, except for he's not Thor, it's just a giant man whose name I can't remember.
You gotta upgrade it so you can spin it around.
Yeah, you're very quiet, Mr. Artyom.
You gotta upgrade it so that you can spin it around and fly.
You think if you would carry the weight up, that it'd probably sling you a little extra feet or two. But as you're swinging this thing around, it's unwieldy. You're not a small guy in muscle, and then that's why you're able to pick this up. But this thing is massive, and to hit things, you have to like carry the weight through in order to like bring it from one side of the other two. You have to like carry the weight through and swing it back around for another attack. It's not a quick weapon to use at all.
That makes sense. It's kind of like if you see those, the way people use great swords.
Yep.
Those big swings.
Yep. But you
Cool.
attune to it. Yep.
That is awesome.
Anything else anybody would like to do?
What time is it?
It's getting later in the evening now. Erish has cooked dinner for you guys, so Gorm's probably up there by a little bit of twilight between the day and night, as it's probably about 7 o'clock now.
Okay, that's not too terribly late. I am going to go ahead and cast, sorry, Artyom, I know you were about to start talking. I am going to go ahead and cast my 5th level sending to contact Lydia's mom, because I don't want to waste a spell tomorrow in case I need it. So
Yeah, sure. You can add 5
I'm
more.
assuming tonight will be relatively uneventful. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So
We'll see.
let him go ahead and do his thing, and I will get that together.
All right. What you got, R2?
Oh, I was gonna help Gorham out and testing out his hammer a little bit.
Okay, how you gonna do that?
By giving him something to hit.
what are you letting him
shit.
hit?
I'm gonna ask him. So, what do you want to test it out on? An animal, not me.
I like those frogs you got.
The frog. All right. I will cast I don't have any more 3rd level slots, but at 4th level I will cast two big giant toads and plop them into the battle beam.
Okay.
I don't know why that sentence grossed me out, but
Okay.
all right. Well,
Are they fighting back or are they just sitting there?
They're just sitting there. Do you want them to fight you, or do you? They will try to swallow you.
I don't think I'd like to be swallowed tonight. It's been a rough enough day.
Just give them two little pats on the head and just kind of back up.
All right. Well, I'll try to hit the first one.
Swing away.
It's not great, but a 14.
Other armor class is 11.
Hell yeah!
Oof.
They are toads. They're big, round fellas. They are large, also.
Big dudes.
So they're probably only like halfway in the battle beam, I guess.
Yeah.
How big's the battle beam?
The battle
It's
beam's
about-
like 20 foot across.
20 foot across, but because it's bean shaped, it's only about like 15 foot on the ends and 10 in the middle.
Hey. Be like that sometimes.
So that's 18 damage to Mr. Frog.
18 damage.
Jesus
Oh no.
Christ.
Yeah, you wallop the shit out of it, and it looks like it's having a really rough time. It's still up, but yeah, it looks like it would probably have some very permanent damage were it not a summoned creature.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Ouch.
I guess I'll just finish him off. All right.
You're doing what?
Oh, Ian. Don't include me in your fan fiction, sorry.
Oh no.
Your friend fiction. I rolled a 13. I'm rolling damage.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I can re-roll one of those.
Uh-oh.
15 damage.
It's yeah, it's still up. Barely, it's hanging in there. It's like plopped down, and it's just like.
He's doing what?
Like
Is that a
it's got 3 hit points left practically, or 4 hit points, something like that. Very very small amount of hit points.
Yeah.
I don't think unless I roll a 1, I can miss these guys. So I'm just gonna roll damage.
Yeah.
Roll it real quick. Make sure you don't roll the 1.
This is a 12.
Oh no, you're
Okay.
gonna fucking destroy our boat.
So
Like,
very-
well, we got a
15 damage.
skylight for the galley now, fellas.
That's what you gotta do. It's 15 damage on Homeboy.
Poof. He's gone. He's no longer in this existence.
Good gracious.
This hammer's pretty nice.
Are you getting the proper feel for it? It looks like it definitely takes some momentum to kind of like follow through. And something as big as these, I mean, I don't know. You could probably just hit it as hard as you could and see how much damage you can really get out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit unwieldy at first, but once you get the momentum going, it's not too bad. It's a lot longer than my other hammer. Kind of strange. I'm gonna take
I'll,
like
I'll
a
get the
5
frog
foot
to
step.
just like hop a few feet back. Like, well,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Hit it with the reach attack.
Okay.
Hey.
19. That's
19 damage?
19 to hit, 11 damage.
Okay.
Why am I even rolling? I'm just gonna make sure I'm not rolling.
Here, Gorham, if you want to roll me, you were just rolled 1, so roll me 5 more attacks real quick. Because that's just sort of the max that it'll take to kill this creature. And just tell me the attack, what you roll on the dice.
Okay. 13. 16. 15. 14. Was that 4?
Yeah, that's 4. One more.
3.
Okay. All of them still connect, and just finding it and finding your groove, walloping on this thing. It's gonna take some time to get very good with it. But frogs are slimy. Just sort of slides off the sides of them sometimes, not impacting it as much. But yeah, it's when you first picked it up and do with this information, you definitely heard something, and you definitely, like, it instantly came. You knew it came from the hammer. Silence at the moment.
It's kind of like eyebrow raised at the hammer. But all right, well, thanks, Antium. Appreciate the practice dummies.
Yeah, just don't let them hear you say that. I mean, these spirits do have to carry you around as a bat.
That's a fair point. I'll make sure not to offend them.
Right. Is there anything else anybody wants to do for the night?
I'm all ready with my message.
Okay, let's hear it.
We've ended up with a young goblin stowaway who could use somewhere safe to stay. It'd be a bit before we could get him to you, but could you care for him for a while?
You're sending this to Neela, correct?
Yes, and also, I'm sorry I didn't read it in my accent. I completely forgot. We've ended up with a young goblin stowaway who could use somewhere safe to stay. It'd be a bit before we could get him to you, but could you care for him for a while?
Neela responds, yes, it should not be a problem. I've actually come... Well, you'll see when you get here. It's good to hear from you. That's it.
Lovely. What the heck, I'm gonna go ahead and use my last 5th level spell slot to respond.
Okay.
I have a very soft spot for Lydia and her family.
Okay. Sure.
I'm just gonna say, thank you. It's good to hear from you too. We miss you and Lydia so much. Tell her I said hi. Love you. And that's it.
Slight chuckle comes through. We miss you all very much too. And thank you for all that you've did for us. We've still adjusting, but certainly on our way. Thank you again.
Perfect. And I will tell the squad. So, I talked to Neela, and she's agreed as soon as we can get Mop to her, she can care for him for a while. So, good news.
That is good, yes. Very good.
Okay.
Also, she said that she and Lydia miss us all so much. Figured you guys would want to hear that.
Also good, I guess.
It's a nice sentiment.
I'm gonna look in my mirror.
You're gonna look in your mirror?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. I'm gonna shut myself away in my room. And I'm gonna look in my mirror.
All right. You pull up the
Wow.
mirror.
Gandalf's getting so pain.
That got me really worried about my appearance now, so I gotta kind of reassure myself.
Let's see. Again, when you go into your room, shut and lock your door, pull out this silvered, antique-looking mirror framed in rough, pockmarked ivory, and pull it out and start looking into it. And looking at your reflection for the longest time, just sort of looking into your own eyes, at your own features as your eyes find across your face. And you see something move. You look behind you real quick. Nothing's there. You get a little bit closer to it. Looking in. And then you look past it. Sort of past your reflection. Into the mirrored surroundings that you have. and you start to zone out, just sort of sitting there in a trance-like state. But eventually, your senses just kind of fade from the room. It's not what's around you. You sort of find yourself in looking around in a foggy, mirrored existence. There's nothing around you right now except for like angled mirrors at different sizes. What do you do?
Oh, like I'm like no longer on the boat at all.
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh fuck. Am I the same me? Do I feel like do I have my possessions?
You look at yourself.
Yeah.
Seems like you have everything on you.
I will slowly. You said there's kind of like mirrors all around me.
Yeah, there's mirrors all around you, and as you're looking through them, you see just reflections of you, sort of in all different directions. Some of them like skewed and bent because of where you're at. And then you look back into the mirror in your hand, and you see yourself looking into the mirror. You look up, and you just like looking into it, you see that you're just like locked eyes with the mirror. Back in your room on the airship.
Interesting. Okay. Are there any openings among the mirrors? Okay, so I can see the mirror that has the airship in it.
Yeah, that's in your hand. That is the mirror that you're holding in your
so that's
hand.
what I have in the hand.
Correct.
And then I'm just surrounded. I'm gonna touch one of the other mirrors.
Okay.
It's gonna like place my fingers on one of them.
All right. Touch one of the mirrors.
Doesn't no give, nothing. Nothing
Nothing.
happens. Just gonna systematically do the same to all of them. Just kind of slight push on each of them.
Go around pushing on these mirrors. Your footsteps echoing out. Slight fog over the floor that you're walking across. But the mirrors don't do anything. They just reflect you.
It is like a fairly small room. It's a small room made of mirrors.
If you keep walking, they keep going.
Oh. So I'm not like stuck. So if I keep walking, they'll just keep going.
Correct.
So if I
It's
turn,
not like
if I
a
just
hallway.
walk,
This is like...
Right. It's like I'm not moving.
Well, no. You're moving
Oh,
through
okay.
these things. It is nearly a house of mirrors. But
Okay.
instead of one path presented forward to you, there are
Many.
hundreds, thousands, maybe.
I'm just gonna start wandering through this weird house of mirrors.
Sure.
I'm
What are you
just
looking
gonna see if
for?
I can get any kind of. Initially, I'm also just if I can get any kind of bearings, like if any kind of sense of direction or anything.
Explain what you mean by that.
I don't know if I'm just trying to see if I could get a sense of do I feel like I am in a completely separate plane or not? Just how different it seems.
Yeah, for as much as Ganduin understands that sort of thing, you are definitely, I mean, you can see yourself. You can see where you're at.
Mhm.
This is where you
Okay.
were. But
Okay.
you, or whatever this is,
Definitely
somewhere,
not in the same place.
correct. You are somewhere else.
Okay.
Within the mirror or elsewhere.
Well, I'll be damned if I didn't do the thing that I bought this thing for, so I'm going to wander around in search of my parents.
Okay. You're just looking for them?
I guess I'm just seeing if I guess I'm basically seeing if I can find a way out of this maze of mirrors or something along those lines.
Okay. Roll a wisdom check for me.
All right. Straight wisdom is a 13.
13. You wander through. Eventually, one of the doors or one of the windows leads to around a corner. Still foggy, in the area that seems in the area around you sort of opens up into an outdoor area. You find grass underneath your feet now. However, everything around you is void of color. Almost if it's black and white. Everything's toned down quite a bit. There's no colors. Everything's sort of foggy, and from too far in the distance, you can't see it anymore, and it just disappears in the fog. And you walk up, and you find yourself walking in grass. Then you see a dirt road, and then you see caravan parked. I say parked. They are on the side of the road, but in disarray. What would you like to do?
I will approach the caravans. Or the caravan of wagons.
And start walking through. And as you get closer, the fog clearing out just beyond your feet, maybe 20 feet in front of you. Whatever distance means where you're at right now. You're looking around these caravans, none of them actively on fire, but on fire before. Charred away. Boxes scattered. Signs of a struggle around. Some bodies you find. You're walking along. You see some of them laying on the ground as if they look slain. And as you walk nearer to them, they turn their eyes and look up at you.
Faces I recognize.
Roll another quick wisdom check for me.
Natural one.
These faces, no. These faces don't seem familiar to you.
Okay.
You continue walking, though, through this area. And then you stop. Because there are two figures that you recognize. You see, as you're sort of walking through here, give me a quick perception check, actually.
Alright. 25.
Nice. With a 25, as you're sort of going through, and some of these characters are looking up at you as you go by and sort of just give a breathy. You notice some of them like try to start to get up as you're coming towards them. And then you see around their ankle, you see like shackles almost. Shackles that are bolted down into the ground itself. And
keep one hand, my hand that's not holding the mirror, like under my jacket.
okay. Keep it under your jacket and walk up, and you see in the distance, you saw this recently back in the cave down in Owl's Perch. This very scene, locked away memory, repressed because of the trauma that it represented, began when in front of you again. Feminine figure laying out further in a field on her back. Masculine figure laid down in the grass, looking towards the underside of the carriage. What would you like to do?
Do I see the young version of myself?
You look up under the caravan. There's nothing under there.
Okay. I will approach whichever of the two figures is closer.
It'd be your father from right here. Closer to the caravan as he's sort of sitting there. He does just that breathy sort of gas as he sort of looks up towards you. What do you say?
I should look at him for a second.
Yeah.
And then crouch down next to him.
You see, as you get up closer to these, their father seems to be in a different place. He is closer to you, but different than you remember him in the vision. It's as if he's crawled and your sort of hands outstretched. His hand is outstretched towards your mother, and hers vice versa. Sort of stretched out and lean across towards each other, reaching out, but inches apart. As he sort of sees you and stands up, and you approach him, he starts to kind of like try to get up. Kendwin. do you
Dead.
do? Yeah.
Does there appear to be any more like detail or like color to him as opposed to the other ones that just breathed before?
There's nothing more. The color is drained here completely. You stuck out pretty severely compared to the background. And I'll say with your passive perception, you notice sort of the edges of your boots where the grass and the dew has been touching, and your cloak starting to get a little bit gray.
Okay. Dad, is this really where you are?
Sort of looks around him. Looks over at your mother. Yes.
Are they shackled similarly?
You look around their ankles. Both of them have a shackled. Both of them
I'm gonna strike at him with the kukri.
strike down at them.
Nothing.
He stops you, sort of grabs your shoulder. You feel the lightest pressure up against your shoulder as knuckles sort of curl around your arm and upper. He says, Candlewind, stop. How did you get here?
I bought the mirror. Just kind of half hold up the hand mirror.
Sort of like wordlessly just brings you in, and you feel like just an embrace. It's not like a full-fledged hug like you would feel from your friends back on there is give to it. When you wrap your arms around them, if you squeeze too tight, there's more give to it than it would be something that's...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Take a few moments to reciprocate.
Yeah.
Just...
Sits there holding you and like pulling as tightly as this form can, and then brings you out and just looking at your face.
Why are you here? Where is here?
I guess this is the afterlife. I don't know.
No. No. That's not fair. Go through these, and I'm just gonna like point at one of the shackles.
I don't know.
I talked to somebody and they said you were cursed. You and Mom. Or all of us, I don't know.
Then this would make sense, yeah.
I guess so. I'm trying to figure out how to break it.
I'm not so sure that you can.
Bullshit.
I hope you're right, my boy.
I don't know where to look though.
I'm not so sure that I want you to go looking.
Yeah, it's too fucking bad.
Talk to your mother.
Is the gray spreading?
You look
If I
down,
down.
once more. It's moved a little bit further to the center of your cloak, but not quite reaching the center, and a little bit further up your boots, touching your laces a bit.
Okay. I'll be back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Move over to my mother.
Your mother acts similarly, sort of a breathy gasp as she stands up, looks at you. Seems like it takes a while. I think there's regaining. You look like you have a question. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, as I move over to where my mother is, if I look back, does it look like my father went back to being like completely still?
Not at the moment. They are like I said, their fingers are like nearly inches apart. Though he does like actively sort of like start slumping when you get further, but he does not completely go back to where he was.
Okay. Hey, Mom.
Takes a moment. Like you see gears turning, like someone who's been in a fog for multiple
10 years.
Yeah. Come back to her in this dreary place. Again. No.
Hey.
No.
What?
What are you doing here?
Looking for you and Dad.
No. She checks your feet. No. You need to leave.
In a bit. I'll leave in a bit.
No. She could find you here. They could find you here. Go.
Who could find who?
It is not important.
It kind of is.
No. Leave.
Dad? Nope. I haven't seen you for 10 years. No.
Is that all the time that it's been?
Felt a bit longer, but yeah.
You see, like, tears start to well up. And she breaks down, just like pulls you in.
While I'm hugging her, I'm trying to find out why y'all are stuck here. I was shown the vision of what would happen if I tried to bring you back, and you just died again.
Sort
Do
of
you know why?
takes both hands in her own, like pulls them up to her chest, just like pressing your hands against her heart. Listen. There are things in this world that we cannot change.
Bullshit.
There are powerful magics that you cannot stop.
Like what?
Shakes her head no.
I won't leave then. I'll stay right here.
You have to leave.
Nope. Not until you tell me.
Sort of
sit down. I just sit down in the grass.
Okay. Till I tell you what? What do I have to tell you to get out of here?
You clearly know something. What? Who? What did this? Who did this?
Cannot say her name. She will come. There is no insight check to your mother is terrified right now. She is terrified of what's about to happen to her son if she says anything.
Well, then tell me what you can.
Looks. Gwyn. He sort of points out the spreading gray on your limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Father speaks up, sort of lurched over a little bit, like grabbing his stomach, like there's a pain going on. There's like he's searching for answers.
I'm not going until I got something.
Gray sitting on the ground now is spread up to about your waist, making its way up to your shirt.
I don't break eye contact with my mom.
The Prince and the Three Witches. It's true.
What?
It's real.
So witches
Witches.
did this.
Which is, I need
Okay,
you to make
where?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Ganwin.
Okay. 14.
With a 14. On the horizon of this area, which is just fog, and behind your mother, you see once more a familiar sight. Stuff that's played back in your visions and also through your fears in Sharn. The giant set of red glowing eyes just sort of apparate in the distance behind. Like they've opened up. And start looking down on this. You
Where?
need to go.
Where? I need to know where.
We don't have time. We don't have time. You do need to leave. You need to leave now. Leave. Leave. Leave.
I look at the mirror.
You look back at the mirror. Staring at yourself for a moment. You feel something stirring in the fog beyond. Gandalf, go.
I just keep staring at the mirror. I just fucking, without looking, just flick a knife in the direction of whatever the movement is.
Flick a knife in the direction, and as you do, you turn around, you throw your kukri, and it into the wood of your airship cabin. And that's where we'll take our break. All right.
Fuck.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Much love. We will be back. We're going to take a quick bio. Give us about 10-15 minutes, maybe. We should be back really quickly. Don't go anywhere. Drop a follow if you have not yet. We'll be back soon with some more good stuff. Be back soon. Bye.
Bye.
And hello, everyone. Hi. It is us, all of the same people that were here just a few minutes ago. We were Hard
With
Knock
some
Dice.
extra trauma.
Oh, whoops. So last we left off, we're going to continue our Cross Eberron campaign here. Last we left off, our brave adventurers were leaving the Tower of Gorodon, hauling ass down the west coast, or heading towards the west coast rather, to the Shadow Marches. As they did, they found a tiny goblin stowaway named Maup. As they took care of Maup and he quickly went to sleep after a large meal and started taking care of him. Artyom made him some leather clothing. Akashic took care of him, took some of the glass from Eris's candle, who has kind of felt guilty about that ever since. But they took care of Maup, and Maup has since went to sleep. Gorham trained with his new hammer, the Titan's Fist, and smacked around some large frogs that Artyom summoned. Kaushik has reached out to Neela to see if that she would be willing and able to take on this tiny goblin teenager, somewhere in there. Our adventuring party isn't that familiar with the goblin community. But yeah. And then Ganwin, there at the end, and this is where we'll pick back up, looked into the mirror. Death's reflection, told that potentially be able to speak to the dead, looked into the reflective surface, found himself in a strange mirror world, and then looking through, found his parents, which he was looking for. Conversation with them, they told him that he needed to leave, that she could find him here, that they could find him here. He needed to go. And that the stories that they told him when he was younger were all true. Gray spreading all across Gandalf's form, about to take over. Gandalf saw two large red floating eyes, seemingly just omnipresent in this world, looking over it, whatever this strange gray world was. Looking over this scene, watching. And as he felt something move in the fog behind him, he took a kukri and threw it. It plunged into the wall of his cabin in the airship. And that is where we are going to pick back up. So, Daniel, when you do that, and we're going to switch over to some happy music now. What's everybody else doing? As we're about 7-8 o'clock at night. It's getting about time to bed down for anybody that would like to, but I want to make sure there's nothing else that anybody wants or needs to do for the night. And welcome, Milo. No?
I think it's time to get some sleep.
No worries. It's been a long day.
We've had a long day.
So
Milo has no idea what's going on. So
you guys are going
Do
to sleep. Go ahead.
I need to talk to Erish if we have any extra mops on the ship.
Yeah, I believe there's a smattering of them in the crew's quarters. 3 or 4 maybe.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll head down there.
Yeah, easily enough to hear.
How tall is Mop?
2.5, 3 feet tall, maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Pretty small.
I'll get one of the mops prepared to be a more his height size.
Okay, just gonna break it off.
Yeah, I mean, I will do it, and I'm not just gonna like snap it in half and like have fun getting splinters, you little shit, or anything like that.
Okay, all right, sure.
But I will cut it and try and sand it off a little bit.
Easy enough. You get a little. I mean, it's his height now. The end of it might be a little bit heavy, but cutting off some of the strings at the end, thinning those out, probably make it a little bit lighter and easier for him to use.
Word.
Mop has not risen. He's not gotten up. He is still sleeping.
Cool.
Just not making a sound in that room that y'all have put him in.
Yeah, I'll probably do that and focus on. Are we still moving with the airship at night?
Nilbo is still moving. Yes, he's going to travel late into the night to get as far away from Zarash'ak as he possibly can. He'll probably stop later, much later in the night.
Okay. I'll just kind of hang out until he gets done.
Until Nilbo stops. You talk to Nilbo. He says, "Well, I'm probably gonna go for quite late into the night. I don't want to be anywhere near rail kicks, so probably like 3-4 a.m. maybe."
Okay.
All right.
Wake me up when you're done, then, and I'll just plop over on the deck and go to sleep.
Okay. Anything anybody else would like to do for the night?
Milo has a lot of projects to work on, but he is currently drained dry and is probably going to take the opportunity to get some sleep.
Absolutely. As you
I'll
do.
silently cry myself to sleep while clutching my parents' rings.
Okay. Very well. You guys fall asleep. Your minds start to drift. The things that you've been doing, the travels that you've had, new skills that you've learned. Better for it. Better people, better character. You're all level 10 now. And also, I have a gift for you. As a thank you for playing with me for the past year and growing with me as I grow as a DM, I have each a customized feat for you that I will add to your character sheets, or that are already added to your character sheets. But I'd like to get a chance to sort of say them out loud to you guys as well as to the stream. So, who wants to hear it first?
I want to.
My hand raised.
Got him.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
All right.
You first got shake.
DM can't see nothing. That don't count.
Yeah, I'm looking at 7 people. All right, Kaushik's going first. Kaushik, you have the Divinity Within. And if you click over on your features and traits, scroll down, you'll see something called the Divinity Within. You can click on that. It'll tell you what it does. So when using the divine, well, first off, I don't have everything in here. You'll have one more thing on here than I have written down. And that is, whenever you do have a self-inflicted wound, and this will make sense as I go in through this feat, you can control how much HP you lose from that. When using the Divine Intervention feature, you can spill your own blood to increase the odds by 1% for every 5 hit points. Your blood is able to heal at the cost of your own hit points at a 1-to-1 ratio. You can cast lesser restoration on yourself as a reaction once per day. And you can cast a cantrip or first level spell as a bonus action.
Sick!
Oh God, that was so
Oh, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean to be loud. That's awesome.
Who's next?
dude.
That's fun.
Just real quick, I peeked at mine and Jones. All this entire fucking session, since I looked back at my character sheet for the first roll, I've been going, how the fuck did I get access to fucking
Shut up! We're going through them together, buddy.
What the fuck is going on?
We're
I think
going
that
through them
means we
together.
should go for Artyom.
I'm
next.
going Artyom next.
God damn it.
So someone who so Artyom, you have Soul of the Natural World. You gain proficiency in the Knowledge Nature skill. You have advantage on survival checks while you're in natural habitats, and natural plants and animals understand you when you speak, although you cannot understand them with this ability. You can cast cantrips and first level spells while wild shaped, and you gain 1 extra wild shape per long rest. Okay. Who wants to go next? Gorham
You're
wants to
fine.
go.
For sure. Phil Gorham.
Gorham. You have Quaking Vengeance. With a successful charisma intimidation check against a creature's wisdom saving throw, you gain advantage on wisdom insight checks to see if they are lying. You gain 5 feet of true sight. And while using a bludgeoning weapon, you can strike the ground, and any medium or smaller creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15, or be knocked prone.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
All right. Who's
Sick.
next?
Me, sure.
Gandalin? You have Street Smart. Increase your wisdom score by +1. You can climb up to 3 stories, and I before I actually go into the second part of it, I have to give a credit to Lauren Oboe, who I saw on Twitter, post something called Rooftop Scout or Rooftop something or another. I can't remember now. But Lauren Oboe posted this, and inspired part of this. So you can climb up to 3 stories of any building without it costing any extra movement. And when jumping in between rooftop buildings, your distance is increased by 10 feet. And you have advantage on wisdom perception checks while on top of any structure. And then alleyway respite. While in dim lighting, darkness, hidden, or total cover, you can use a bonus action and channel your ki to heal yourself or others, range touch, for a roll of your martial arts die plus your wisdom mod. This ability gives you advantage on dexterity stealth checks in dim lighting or darkness.
Kick ass.
Right? Who's next?
I'll go.
Melgrim. You have Primal Rage. While raging, you are considered proficient in the intimidation skill and can use your strength modifier to intimidation checks. Once per day, when you would be dropped to 0 hit points, you are instead dropped to 1 hit point. While raging, you gain a climb and swim speed equal to your walking speed. And while raging, you are considered proficient in improvised weapons. Who's next?
Cool. Cool.
Milo.
I just got back. I'm still processing. Definitely should be Crowley.
I just used deception, and it was a really high roll, so it is definitely Milo.
That's really cool.
Voluntold.
Sure.
Okay, Milo. You have Armored Genius. You increase your intelligence by +1. Recall. Your armor can fly to you on your command, regardless of distance, fly speed of the currently installed model of boots. The armor will take the path of least resistance and will attempt to Thunder Gauntlet its way out of locked enclosures. Quick Invent. Now, for anybody watching, Milo's player has restricted himself to only being able to cast his artificer spells while in the suit of armor. That's why this one is in here. So don't think, well, that's useless. It's not. Quick invent. A number of times per day equal to your proficiency modifier, you can replicate a spell granted to you by your armor using random scrap materials that you find in your pockets. And then a number of times per day equal to your proficiency modifier, you can grant yourself the following. Cooling system. As a reaction, you can give yourself resistance to fire damage. And then hermetically sealed. As a bonus action, you can seal your suit with enough oxygen for a number of rounds equal to your intelligence mod, which grants you immunity to poison, and it allows you to breathe underwater or a vacuum. Okay.
Scuba suit.
That last thing still there, or did that get removed?
That last thing is still there. I just don't have it pulled up, so I forgot it. So why don't you tell everybody what it does?
Extended shielding. As a reaction, when you cast shield, you can choose to instead apply the bonus to an ally within 5 feet.
There you go.
This is cool as shit.
And then Crowley. Spirited Storyteller. You have advantage on charisma deception checks to pretend to be dead while prone. As a bonus action, if you watched our last episode, you know why that's funny. As a bonus action, you can make deception checks against a foe's wisdom insight to seem like less of a threat, as long as you have not directly affected that enemy in the last round. You gain expertise in the performance skill. And then as an action, you can summon the spirits of the dead to accompany you in a musical or storytelling phenomenon. You make a performance charisma check. Succeeding on a DC 15, you grant one of the following benefits. You can do this a number of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus. You can give an inspiration die to all allies within earshot. You can give advantage on stealth rolls to all allies within line of sight, even when they are in plain sight. You can grant an ally advantage for one attack roll against a creature within line of sight. Or you can deafen all creatures within a 15-foot radius centered on you, and you can maintain concentration on that for up to a minute.
I think it's important to call out that that is not the first time Crowley has used deception when prone, when he stabbed Gandalin or someone in the party when he was taken over.
It's true. So, thank you guys for playing with me for this past year and dealing with me and my mistakes. But I've grown a lot, and I hope this also is some pretty cool stuff to kind of mimic what you guys have been doing over the past couple of months in character. So there you go. And as you all sort of come to the next morning refreshed, hit points back, unpoisoned, a little bit better, you guys come back level 10 and with your new feats.
Fucking sick.
Yeah.
So, second day of travel, and the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I'm just glad that I somehow did I accidentally give myself proficiency in this skill? Like I just talked about the other day how I didn't have this proficiency.
Kent out here cheating without knowing he's cheating.
I'm like, yeah, what's going on here? Okay.
Oh man.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Milo. Gonna eat breakfast.
Erish has a large breakfast prepared for you all, ready to go. Maup, he has actually assisting him as you all wake up. Maup woke up fairly early with Erish, so he is giving small sort of menial tasks to Maup as you see him just sort of going around placing spoons and stuff on the table, waiting on you guys to wake up. But this is what you're woken up to.
I'd say Crowley probably already down there since he's so early to rise.
Yeah.
I just want to walk out, and if I see Mop putting the spoons down, like setting the table for us, I just want to be like, I see you're up, right, Nelly? Thank you so much for helping out.
Yes.
I'm going to give him a little pat on the back.
You'd see probably for one of the first times, Mop gives you this like toothy grin whenever you do. but Erish is talking him through on how to set up a table currently, and it's a concept because it like tells him to put some bowls and spoons on the table. Erish just kind of says it, so he just comes over and like 16 bowls stacked up, and then just throws forks and spoons on top of them, like standing on top of a chair to do it. Says, let me show you how to set a table properly, and goes through an actual formal like dinner setting.
Oh
Not
shit.
quite right, but he's got the spirit.
How many forks? How many forks is Erish putting down?
For
We got salad
this
forks. We got a pickle fork.
No, he doesn't. He's just sort of talking to Mop right now, but after the actual meal, he gives you just like one. the amount that you'll need for the meal.
You said a full formal dinner setting. I was like, oh shit.
He talks Mop through it, but he does not set that out for you guys.
Okay.
Not
I'm ready
for
for the Downton Abbey spin-off with goblins. It's okay.
Oh shit.
Milo's
that'd be
like
sick.
kind of sitting in his chair, holding his plate out of the way of Erish teaching, just like, oh, okay, well, I'm still eating.
We'll learn it later, Mop. Good morning, everyone. Everyone looks well rested.
Yeah.
As
No.
well rested as we can be after all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit.
Mr. Crowley,
I was going to say I look the same as always. Thank you.
this is fair.
What is your mask made out of, by the way?
I'm sorry. Just a part of me was just like hopes and dreams.
Oh god.
A very fragile substance then.
Indeed. Oh, just this and that. Nothing very strong, Artyom.
Okay, keep your secrets, I suppose.
I answered. What do you expect? What do you want?
Wood? Porcelain? Ivory?
Porcelain.
Okay.
Told you, haven't had to think about it in a while.
Okay. I was just curious.
This one, anyway.
Okay.
Well, how does the events of yesterday affect everything going forward? That's kind of a second country where we are wanted.
I don't know if the whole country will want this. I mean,
It
Hey.
very much depends on the political landscape of Drone. The fire giant had his enemies, and strength is a positive in this place as far as I can remember. It would do us well to, thanks to some quick thinking, they sent them elsewhere, or at least the party said, we told them we were going to be going in the opposite direction, so that helps somewhat.
A little, of course.
Milo nods a little bit, but does not look particularly comforted as he eats his breakfast.
It's no
The-
different. than
The
usual.
ship is currently still, right?
I'll say right now, yeah. All of you guys went to bed pretty early, with the exception of you, Artyom, which I forgot. So we can retcon some things, actually. Really, well, not retcon, but we can do a quick rewind to about 2 a.m. where Nilbo shakes your shoulder and wakes you up and says, "Oh, I'm going to bed, all right?"
Yeah, thank you. I was just going to go hunting to find some more things for material resources, essentially.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Roll a quick survival check for me.
Is that with advantage?
You didn't take your long rest yet.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why I rolled again. It's still 17, so.
Easily enough. You scoop down there, and what kind of animals are you looking for?
Trying to get something that has a little bit better texture than leather for our buddy to wear. So maybe like some squirrels or rabbits or things like that that'll have
Yeah.
like actual good, nice feeling. I mean, I'm not going to be able to go down there and like do a survival check to hunt for silkworms to try and make him actual good cloth clothing, but
Right.
have better feeling materials there.
Sure.
So yeah, just some
Let's say you
animals.
find some skunks and whatnot.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was the gist of it.
Gotcha.
Maybe have some fresh meat for breakfast.
With a 17, it's easy enough. Not a problem. Enough to supply for you and everybody else here. Ayers, and if you want to help Ayers prepare it, but yeah, he'll prepare it without an issue and have it ready. So you guys have like a steak and eggs sort of breakfast.
Yeah, I'll just leave a note that there's some fresh meat for Arish. I will not wake him up.
Okay. Easy enough.
Meat is back on the menu. Boys.
Is it ever off the menu?
So I will have a late sleep
Gotcha.
to get my full 8 hours.
Yeah. You and Nilba probably wake up about the same time, just a little bit later in the day. Not too late. Probably about 10 a.m. or so, and gets your start back west towards the Shadow Marches.
All right. Cool.
All right. Milo, just to give you a quick little update, because you did get the crystal screen installed in this very room that you're eating in. So the crystal screen that broadcasts news from Sharn is on like a little swivel mount right by the dining room table where you guys eat. And I need you to make a quick tinkering check for me for the foil boards. I'm gonna say DC 15. Above a DC 15 makes it a bonus action to take them off. Anything under that, it's gonna be an action. The quick release boards.
Hell yeah.
So do I need to roll to install those?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. Give me a quick tinkering check. So intelligence plus proficiency.
Is it my full knowledge arcana or just intelligence?
Intelligence and proficiency.
26.
Yeah. Without an issue. So you guys now, it's going to be a bonus action to take those off, or any time that it's going to be necessary. All right. But yeah, that you've done that and you've started on, but have not completed the top part of the teleportation circle on the bottom of the airship, or that's what it is. Transportation circle sort of on the bottom of the airship. You can install the top half. The bottom half will have to be done while the airship is not multiple hundred feet in the air and moving. And our team suggested that he hang you by a squid, and if you fell, you could still fly.
I'll just do that aerial engineering.
How are you holding it up though? That bitch heavy.
Giant squids, obviously.
Yeah, this already covered. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so what are you guys
We're
doing?
gonna die.
I can just imagine the amount of squids that it would take for it to properly support that kind of weight. Just the whole ship's just listing to one side as it gets installed.
Lord.
You get the antenna set up on the crystal screen next to the dining. Get it all centered and ready to go. And you get your signal from Sharn, and news is currently being broadcasted.
Gonna turn up the volume real quick.
You
'Cause
grab
that's the move.
Yeah, you detach the crystal clicker from the side of it.
Yeah.
Turn the
lose
volume
it.
up.
Yeah, lose it after the first night.
yeah, it'll get stuck in the couch somewhere. Very
We
well.
got a couch.
You turn the volume up, and you have someone who's standing out inside of like a newscaster that's standing out inside of a fairly large home. It looks like, and sort of looking around. You guys have been there before. It looks like somewhere in the Mithril, I think it's the Mithril Towers district of Sharn. And this halfling newscaster comes across this. Known heiress, philanthropist, and staunch advocate for underprivileged kids, Tirana Tavern has gone missing. Her representatives speak, calling for her prompt return home. She is survived by her mother and adopted daughter. Back to you. And it switches over once more to some people.
He did do that.
And says, "Thank you, Rachel. Rigorous search efforts continue to locate the remains of 2 officers of the King's Citadel who fell through the city in a tragic sky carriage accident. The back of the vehicle was located on a lower tower top. 2 officers are presumed dead." And 2 pictures show up sort of like off on the side. You guys immediately notice and recognize the member of the Dark Lantern that had been speaking to you, the dark-haired elf, hair back, pictured with his partner that he showed up that day to Chateau Mimic.
We gave it up for nothing.
Well, that's not suspicious or
Yeah,
anything.
shit.
Favor down the drain.
Hey, well, I mean, I guess we don't have to worry about it now.
I guess we know why they never contacted us.
Yep.
Presumed dead, remember.
Didn't they say their bodies were recovered?
Did they?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
they were not recovered. Okay.
Nope. The back of the vehicle was located on a lower tower top, and the 2 officers are presumed dead.
Oh,
However, it said the rigorous search efforts continue to locate the remains.
oh shit. That's not good. What if they like did it on purpose and like betrayed the king? They just dipped. They just bounced with the cloak.
Well, I haven't heard any news as if the king has his cloak yet, so
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Good thing we're not there anymore. Not our problem.
yeah. Just gonna watch news for the next 10 hours, so just go ahead and get those reports going.
Oh, jeez.
Sure.
Local cat stuck in tree.
Essentially, those are the 2 big things that pop out at you. You do hear some reports about stirrings in the underbelly of Sharn and about some unrest within the gangs and about a rise of a gang called Dask. But other than that, that is that's about the extent of the interesting things.
All right. Well, I'll be back for news at 11.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh boy. Well, it sounds like things got, real interesting right after we left. I guess we chose a good time to leave.
Agreed. The criminal upheaval is expected. We'll see how
Yeah.
things play out.
Yeah. I guess we will. Hopefully, not anything that we have to worry about. At least for the moment. Nothing immediate, anyway.
I really hope somebody lets me know this information when I wake up.
Nope.
I'll say he got the antennas sorted and the clicker. I'm gonna say everybody's in this room.
Okay.
This is right before Nailbow gets started out and driving for the day. Milo had to wake up and get the antenna set up right to receive that Sharn
Oh, man. Oh,
broadcast.
God. We're on a moving vehicle. We're going to have to do that every morning.
Pretty much.
Go. Knock on Milo's door. Hey.
Do the
Someone
thing.
wants the TV.
Do the thing.
Hey.
Yeah, none of the rest of us know how to do it. Fix the TV.
Roll a proficiency TV check for me, please.
I just imagine
Yeah.
Milo just waking up at 4:00 in the morning, and he just comes out to like the console and just hits it with a wrench, and then just goes back to sleep. Just
Hey Milo, can you fix the TV? Monday Night Football's on. I gotta watch the game, bro.
So,
Jesus Christ.
the days, I'm going to say the days here are yours. If there are things that you would like to be working on, you have about 3 days of downtime from this point. If you don't, I'll continue on with stuff that I have. But if you have downtime type stuff that you want to be working on, you can do that.
Milo's going to be working on optimizing that core to the point where it could be installed in his armor.
Right. Last time, just getting it integrated into the armor was just not working out for you. But go ahead and roll me an Arcana check with advantage, please.
Bet. We do like that advantage. That got a decent little bump recently. That'll be a 30 on the dot.
Holy shit.
Plus 12 be like that, bro.
Jesus. Okay. With a DC 30, you take it, remembering just how it wasn't mounting before, taking the pieces and sort of help, and Erish is watching you, by the way. There's not much of a moment at this point where you'd go into your workshop and Erish does not try to find him someplace either in your workshop or right outside of it looking in. Just sort of observing or helping if you ask him to do so. But you take it, press the core in, and you see parts of your armor, like the linings of some of the plate, start to glow and vibrate a bit.
Well, hopefully that's a good sign.
Interesting.
Milo's like kind of delicately looking it over, like prodding a couple points here and there with some of his instruments, trying to make sure he didn't like recreate a bomb, occasionally looking back over there.
It could definitely be, like, you're a smart enough guy and I'm sure a bomb has been made in some capacity before. This could definitely be engineered in at least in more than one way, at least a dozen ways to be made into a bomb.
Right, but he's making sure he didn't.
You feel comfortable after recognizing and pinpointing all 12 of those ways to make it into a bomb that you did not do that.
It is none of those 12. Excellent.
All right, well, that seems stable. We'll test it out here in a bit. Gonna make sure that these fittings are all in correct, though.
Gonna go make sure it fits properly.
Yeah. The fit has not changed on your armor.
He gonna tinker anyway.
Okay. All right.
The fit.
Very well.
The armor is the fit, Jones.
The drip. Anybody else over the
swag.
next 3 to 4 days?
So at some point, Gorham's gonna approach Kaushik.
Yeah.
Kaushik, can I ask a favor of you?
Absolutely. What's up?
Can you message Jeremiah and see how his mission is going?
Sure. Is there anything specific that you'd like me to say to him?
Just ask him how it's going and that I might have some work for him if he's interested.
Oh, all right. Any details you'd like me to share about the work?
Just be guarding caravans.
All right. I'll let you know what he says.
Thank you.
Before, if you have a minute, there's something I want to try. And then I'm going to, like, draw my dagger out of my holster. Do you trust me, Gorham?
Yes. Eyebrow raised.
You know that I can heal people. I want to try something out. And this is going to hurt you, not very much, but I promise I'll heal you immediately after. Is that all right?
What are you gonna do?
And I just like grab for his palm with my other, or for his hand with my other hand. I just want to gently slice your palm. That's all.
Go for it.
Okay, cool, awesome. I've never done this before, so just I can heal you otherwise if it's just okay. And I'm just gonna gently slice his palm. Do I need to roll for damage?
You don't, yeah, roll for damage real quick. So a D4 plus your strength mod, or your dex mod rather.
Okay, so it does 6.
Holy shit!
I'm unconscious.
Holy shit! That's still a lot
I
of
rolled a 4
damage.
on the D4 plus 2.
Dear God.
She cuts the piss out of your palm, Gorham.
Sorry, I'm really excited. I'm so sorry.
She just slips.
Okay.
She just goes up the whole floor.
Okay, are you ready? And then
Aye.
with the same hand, I am going to cut my own palm for 6
Okay.
HP, and like grab his bloody palm with my bloody palm and heal him.
Okay. Kaushik, you cut your palm open, and as you sort of like open your palm towards it and go to touch him, you find that it's not a contact thing. You actually see your blood willing it, like you actively willing itself right there.
Interesting.
And you are healed for 6 points of damage, as you have now a bloody hand, Gorham, but your wound is healed.
Isn't that cool?
Are you guys doing this in the deck?
Yeah, probably. Wherever. I've never seen you do that before.
I've never done it before.
I'm just
Kinda
going to say
Take the hand off.
without looking up, from sewing together some deer, probably like deer or squirrel skin type kind of stuff. For how does it feel to have elf blood in you there?
Shut up, Artie.
I'm gonna try it on RTM next, but I'm not gonna heal him. I'm just kidding.
Just sitting there, she stands.
I just whispered that to Gorham. So I'm just gonna try it next, but I'm not gonna heal
Hold him.
him. Okay. I'm gonna pull out some gauze or whatever the hell out of like a med kit and like wrap my hand up to make it stop bleeding, and I am going to message Jeremiah now.
Okay.
I just wanted to get that. I just wanted to try that.
Sure.
I'm excited. Okay, and I'm going to say to Jeremiah, how is everything going? Gorham may have some work for you guarding caravans, if you're interested. Hope all is well.
Okay.
That is the message.
Responds back just a few moments. Oh, hey, Miss Koshik. Well, we were successful. Like, Gariel got roughed up a little bit, so we're staying in Ringbriar for a couple of days. But we're all okay. I would love to do some work protecting caravans. If it's protecting and helping people, I'm all for it.
I will relay his message to Gorham.
That's what I figured. Can you send another message to him, if possible?
Certainly.
Just tell him we'll be in touch whenever we're heading back their way.
All right, sounds good. I will send another message. Do we remember where he is? Do I remember where they went?
Yeah, they went to a small town called Ringbriar.
Okay. That's so wonderful to hear. We'll get in touch with you again once we're closer to Ringbriar or wherever you are. We'll be in touch.
Okay. All right. He says, all right, we'll probably be here for a little while. We want to make sure, because I don't know if we got them all or not, but we're sitting here making sure we're helping people and protecting the town. But we'll probably be here.
Perfect. I want to real quick. I can unwrap my gauze and cure wounds myself.
Easy enough.
I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place.
Easy enough.
I heal for 8 points of damage.
Back to full health. All right. Good stuff.
And this is over how many days?
We have about 3 to 4 days.
3 to 4 days. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably spend a lot of that time with Mop, trying to teach him how to have fun. Bunch of games and things that I learned, and yeah, just trying to teach him how to be a normal person.
Okay. Make another persuasion check for me.
Persuasion check.
Yeah.
Right. It's unfortunately a 9.
9. You're working with Mop and you're showing him these games and stuff like that, and he's like, they has fun with the games when you tell him to do, you know, you're telling him what to do and he does those things, but it's sort of after the fact, it just seems sort of ingrained when someone says to do something or just says, hey Mop, do you want to do this or something? He still takes it as an order, kind of his way right now, and it's sort of ingrained in it. But the more you work with him, you can see some breakthroughs here and there. But you're trying to get past a lot, it seems.
Yeah.
Does he seem happier?
He seems, I mean, pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost a, did I freeze? Oh my God, all of you guys stood perfectly still. It seems, you bastards, you did it on purpose. I'm trying to, it's not indifference and it's not numb, but it's almost like
Bittersweet.
No, it's more like it's just him being traumatized. It seems it's someone trying to heal from that, but it's like not knowing that it's not sadness. It's not outright, panic or anything like that. but it's someone that's like, that's been their whole way of life, and trying to readjust is jarring and not very smooth. Probably makes a lot of sense to Kashik, like fighting in the war and then trying to go back to normal after the fact. Same kind of deal, but on different scales. I say for Kashik specifically, anybody that fought in the war. But yeah. All right.
For the duration, just things to note. I'm going to continue with my routine of the first couple hours of the day doing basically like exercises of like sword and unarmed. And then for at least a couple hours each day, I'm going to start. And I say a couple hours each day because I know you would say that I could do it over just in one day, but I would like to take especially a long amount of time. I'm going to start working on a series of 3 Matryoshka dolls.
Okay.
Carving them out of the nicest of the woodworking stuff that I got.
Yeah, absolutely. You have still plenty left over from the gold and paints that you guys have. So give me a quick woodworking. I'm gonna say with you taking 3 days, couple of hours, go ahead and give yourself advantage on it.
Okay. Could be better. But 19.
Still very good for a very basic concept. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That's what
I would like. Oh, are you done?
Yep, that's it.
I would like to continue to help Erish with his training by showing him forms from the monastery.
Okay.
In the mornings, as like, I guess, morning exercise, that kind of deal.
Yeah, sure. Erish takes to it. He seems like he's taking on to it, but it's also kind of like this isn't his thing. But he does. Yeah. He still goes along with you, and like it seems to enjoy the morning exercise at the very least.
Word. I will try to make sure that he at least can relax while he's doing the exercises.
Yeah.
So maybe if it's like starting to be more of an early morning thing, like he's not so completely like tied all the way up to the super tip top fucking buttons, you have a little bit of relaxed Irish time.
Sure. You do
I like
see...
to think that at this point he always has one button unbuttoned at least.
Depends on the time of day that you see him, but Erish has gotten more relaxed around everyone here as it's been encouraged to do so. In the mornings, while it's not a full-on like dress button up like he would wear, he does not have his vest on during morning exercises, and he has like a short sleeve button up shirt.
We can see his arms.
You can see his forearms.
Oh,
forsooth, it's like seeing ankles in Victorian England.
Again, was it Daddy? Sorry.
But yeah.
I was like, oh, he has arms. He's not just a floating pair of hands. You
have confirmed that now. Eris does in fact at least have forearms.
He has forearms.
They may be floating forearms. You haven't confirmed that part of it yet.
We'll figure it out. We'll get to the bottom of things.
You guys do spend, and during this time, Eris does spend after that, and he sort of assigns some of the other tasks to Mop, who seems to be directionless when someone isn't telling what to do. So between you trying to like tell him to have fun and whatnot, Eris will take him on whenever you're doing your other stuff, and like RTM, Eris sort of takes him on and starts like pointing out some tasks around the ship for him to do, like to like just small stuff, cleaning and whatnot, just so Mop has something to do, because otherwise he's just sort of directionless.
Yeah, as I'm trying to spend time with him to get him to like learn games and things, I will try to after, I don't know, I teach him a few to make sure to ask him which ones he wants to do, to try to give him a little bit more picking something for himself.
Yeah.
But whether that works or not, with a 9.
I give him a wisdom saving throw with that. Poor buddy.
Why?
He's
Oof.
he's trying. But yeah. You will note that in the free time that Erish does have, he does spend a good amount of time. It seems like he has a little space set up in his room now, and sort of in there, those that walk by smelling different smells, not just good smelling smells from candles and whatnot. Several different smells are coming from that room, and maybe a small explosion here and there, but nothing too dramatic. As he's sort of like, you'll see him like trying to, in one hand, infuse what seems to be a spell. He'll take some random small, like, he'll take a piece of gold and like through a grater and like grate some gold dust into a candle, trying to find what's, and just like with a book out to the other side of him, just reading over the book, trying to get stuff to work for him. Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to make him some more clothes, like I said. Let me roll for that. Oh, that's 26 this time, so that's much better. So yeah, so Mop has at least a couple of shirts and pants and maybe some shoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
You give him some choice. He seems to go with whatever has the most pockets.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
problem
I
here
respect the hustle.
is Milo knows next to nothing about children, so we're gonna see if he's going to make something actually entertaining. If I can actually dig out my freaking dice.
That's why you set them all out.
Well, I usually do, but I was super freaking late.
Have Spencer do it for you.
Ooh.
Forehead.
That is not at all in tune with what children like. That'll be a 3% out of 100. So he is going to get one of his like simpler, like arcane technology theory books and offer it to Mop to help entertain him.
Hey, Mop, this is some interesting reading. Hopefully, something to keep you occupied when you're not helping out.
Awkwardly offering a gift to a child.
You think he can read?
Sort of like opens it. Okay.
I can transcribe it into another language if you prefer. I don't know if you can read Common actually.
I can't read.
Here it is.
Oh. Okay.
If you would, something is going on in my kitchen right now. If you'll roleplay amongst yourselves.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
He doesn't live with anybody, does he?
Probably Miles getting into something.
He's getting robbed!
Miles! Damn it,
What,
cat!
didn't he say something the
bet
other day
Miles is in the trash
that
can.
Miles flooded his kitchen or
Yeah.
something?
It turns out they're both right.
Yeah.
It is Miles in the kitchen, and he is being robbed. He's being robbed by Miles.
Oh my
I believe it.
god. Wait, how did Miles flood the kitchen? Did he turn the sink on or something?
Yep.
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 My
Wow.
stupid boy!
Yeah,
In the
he's a
middle of the
dumbass.
night.
He's a legend.
What an idiot.
And
Big cat's my hero.
We've totally been role-playing this whole time. Yeah, and so Koshik says, hi, don't do your back, what happened?
Miles was in my trash can.
I knew it! I said
what a
it!
god.
I said he's gonna
Fucking
find Miles in the trash can.
Like full body in the trash can?
No, he pulled it over.
Oh, what a
I was hoping he had just like tried to jump on top of it, just sank into it.
That's what I was
kinda
thinking
funny,
too.
actually.
That would be
Had one of, like,
wonderful,
the
but
little
no.
rotating lids, and he just went. Just
Milo is going to retreat back to his workshop and brainstorm how to make a picture book on technological theory.
Sure. Yeah.
I will probably dedicate a large amount of my time to teaching Mop how to read in the same way that Alexander taught me how to read.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a quick. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a D20 roll with wisdom plus charisma.
Okay.
Teaching
2 for
roll.
1. 2 for 1, baby.
That is a dirty 20, 14 plus 6.
Holy shit.
without it's hard for me to like focus on sweet things here, and then I got this little demon that wants to curl up now that he's been in my trash can. So anyways, with a dirty 20, you taking and showing him the shapes of the letters and stuff. It took a while for Alexander to teach you, and you're a full-on adult, but he does catch on. I'm gonna give him an intelligence check real quick.
You got a bonus?
He does not. But roll
Is
the
it
natural
flat?
roll the natural 16. So is actually grasping onto it. You're telling him the sounds that certain letters make in common, showing like words and pictures and stuff like that. Or even maybe some animals, about like how you would spell those types of animals. Maybe stay away from hippopotamus, but smaller animals like dogs and stuff like that, easy enough.
It's always a bright idea to stay away from a hippopotamus.
In spelling and in real life.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
But yeah, he seems to be taking on to it, and can I'll say with that check, you teach him how to spell his name, and he can write
How
How
do you spell
is
his name?
spelled?
How do you spell his name, Artyom?
MAUP.
Oh, hell yeah, I was right. Let's
M-A-U-P.
go.
Mouth.
Boop.
I
So-
too would like to spend some quality time with Mount at some point. I would like to have Erish make the two of us a lovely snack, and I would like to walk him down to the horse area, and we could listen to my horse sing, since it reminds him of his mother.
Okay.
Oh,
He sits there and he just sort of like sways back and forth to it. Seems to enjoy it. It's unsettling, but he's just sort of like head bobbing back and forth to the
I'm
song.
very concerned about this kid's mom. Like,
Though this is not the horse that I once knew, it is still at the core the horse that I love, and therefore I am enjoying it as well.
She says, gritting her teeth,
This is
trying
the
to
horse
make
that
herself
got me
believe.
away from Etrol, so I still love this horse.
It says,
I love him very much, she says, every ounce of determination in her body brought to the forefront.
Malp says to you as you guys are just sort of vibing down there next to the door. He says, the words are different, but the voice is the same. And the voice is just like screechy and scratchy. And it's like a moment of, oh no, but
Oh,
he
no.
enjoys it. So we're letting him have it.
Aw. Oh gosh.
And once he seems like he's done, we can head back up and hang out with everybody else, whatever.
Okay.
However long he wants to stay, we will stay. Eating our little snackaroni.
All right.
I actually ended up having one more thing I wanted to do,
Yeah.
but it would be on the day that we would be arriving in Zarash'ak.
Okay. Sort of like a downtime thing, or
Yeah, it'd be kind of like probably somewhere in the middle of the day, or like before we were set to actually arrive.
okay.
I would want to take Artyom and Kaushik aside and talk to them.
Yeah, since it's on the last day or the day you're going to be arriving, we'll hold that real quick. If I can have one of you guys roll a d20 for me, please. Doesn't matter who.
Gorham, do it.
Go on, go on, go on.
A 4.
Never mind.
Never
Woo!
mind.
Hold it. Good job.
No, it's too late. Y'all elected me.
On the second day
I
of
like
travel,
everybody.
you guys, Nilbo, you all notice the ship start to slow down. Curious, you find your way to the top of the to the top deck, and you see Nilbo just sort of looking confused, sort of nods his head up to like front, several hundred feet in front of you, and off to the left hand side, what looks just to be a large floating glass orb, just in the air, in the sky, floating there.
What the fuck is that?
How big?
Maybe about 10 foot in diameter. 10 or 15 foot in diameter.
Can I detect magic on it?
Sure. Yeah, there is. Well, what's the range of detect magic? Sorry.
It's It's like 15 feet or 20
Never mind, I
feet.
don't think
It's
I
a
have
30-foot
I
radius.
don't have protect magic.
30-foot radius. Yeah, you'd have to get up closer to it for sure. Nilbo's staying back about 100 feet from it right now. Well, I don't know what that is.
Should I shoot it?
I don't want it to
Probably
attack us.
not.
What do you
Probably
think,
not
Marlon?
right off the bat.
I'm gonna walk over to like the railing closest to it. Oi! What do you want?
Shout out.
That works.
Nothing happens.
Is it kind of obvious that did the boat slow down because Nilbo slowed it down because we were approaching it, or is it slowing the boat down?
No, Nilbo slowed it down because he doesn't know what the hell it is.
Okay, so, never mind then.
Yeah.
What do you think, Belgrim?
I don't know exactly. But,
Is-
Can I
Is
roll a
this-
knowledge arcana?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there an Arcana check to see if there's anything similar, or I don't know.
I'm even gonna say with an Arcana check. Trying to think of some backgrounds here. I don't think anything like this would be in either of your guys' history. This is something fairly unique. So it's odd. It's obviously magical to be suspended up here on its own, but it seems just like a clear glass sphere at the moment.
Oh, it's clear.
Correct. You can see right through it.
Okay.
What if we touch it?
I will send Beric out to sit on it.
Okay. Beric
He explodes.
gets closer to it by maybe 20 or 30 feet past where you guys are stopped. And you see the glass orb become non-transparent anymore.
Goodbye, Beric.
You see the glass orb itself shift in colors, several different colors all at once, and then it gets to a white all the way around it. And it's got several just like bloodshot lines down the back with a smaller circle relative to the large white sphere in the middle, and then a small black. This is an eye as it turns and looks at Beric.
Uh-oh.
And then it turns and looks at the ship.
I don't know if that's good or not.
It is a giant floating eye.
My gold is on. It's not. Artyom? Talk to it.
I will try. Nilbo, get about 10. Or wait, no, we're level 10 now.
10
Hey,
feet.
100 feet away is just enough. We're telling you. Yeah, I will try to telepathically speak to this eyeball. Hello?
You
Can
reach out.
understand?
There's no mind to grasp to.
Yeah, there's not really any brain there. I will send Beric the full-on way to touch this fella.
Okay. Beric flies on over. Eye flits back between Beric and then back to the ship, back to Beric, back to the ship. Beric gets closer. Like the iris itself smallens down, like shrinks down. Words happen in D&D, okay? Words happen.
I feel that. And biggin is a word.
It shrinks down to a smaller pinpoint as Beric gets closer. Beric, how do you want Beric to touch this thing?
Just to land on it.
Lands on it, looks up. Nothing
Does
happens.
it feel like it's made of like a wet spongy flesh, or if it's like a crystal ball type kind of thing?
More like a crystal ball type thing. He lands on it and it is glass.
This thing definitely seems to be a type of construct that is magical in nature. It has a glass outer layer, or it feels like glass.
Where are we? Are we like over somebody's house? Like,
Yeah, just pull out the map.
Pull up the map.
Yeah.
You're nowhere significant at the moment. You're just sort of over the
Milo.
coast.
Will it
We're over the coast?
Inspect it?
Yeah, you're over the coast.
Okay.
interesting. You're doing
Hey,
well, Milo?
Yeah.
You said something.
Oh, I said Milo will attempt to inspect it. Upwards inflection.
What are you doing?
Flipping down his goggles after he said that it's nothing with a mind, and
Mhm.
see if it's either some form of automaton or object, or maybe some kind of spell manifest.
Sure. Go for it.
That is a natural 20 plus 12.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
fucking Christ.
Get him.
You look at it, in the way it constructs doesn't seem like it's a construct. It seems like a proximity-based divination spell of some sort.
Guys, that's a manifestation of some kind of magic or spell effect.
That's not good.
Divination, at my guess, if these readings are right.
It's super not good.
I can dispel it if you guys think that would be a good idea.
Well, we
I can
don't know
attempt to
who
at least.
caused it. We don't know if it's even here for us. We could piss someone off. We've already pissed off a lot of people.
All right, then up and over, around.
Yeah,
Let's
just around it.
just go.
I just
Um,
looked at y'all.
Milo, can you see if it has a form of connection like that of a clairvoyance, or more like a familiar type kind of connection? I mean, can this thing be used as an outlet to cast spells on us, or is it purely divination in origin?
TM, would he have... Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to say, keeping with your current Arcana roll, this seems purely like looking and or listening in. Maybe both. You can't tell that, but it doesn't seem like there's any other effect that it would cause. Seems like this is purely information.
I don't know if he can affect anything through the spell, but it's definitely a transfer of information, but probably nothing more.
Nilbo, do you know anything about giant freaking eyeballs in the sky?
I've never heard about anything like this.
Hey, Dungeon Master, what direction did the fire giant tell us that other spellcastery dude was in?
He told you that it was to the northwest. You guys have not gone any further north. You have gone further west, though. You've gone a little bit. You've gone a tiny bit further north, my bad, just thinking about how the coastline is shaped. You guys have followed the coast, so you're a little bit further north, but not like a significant distance.
I mean, I don't think we're heading anywhere near that guy that the fire giant mentioned, but he did say he was a powerful magic user. I don't know what I'm looking at, really.
Well, if it doesn't seem like it can hurt us, there shouldn't be an issue with just going around it, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't dawdle.
Yeah, just make our, we have made no harm to anyone and continue about our business.
Okay.
Just give it some double thumbs up.
Right. You guys say this, and Nilbo says, starts leaning on the wheel, like he's considering what direction to go around this thing, and goes one way, and the eye sort of shifts to one way, goes the other way, shifts the other way.
Don't worry about it, Nilbo. Just go past it. It'll be fine.
All right then.
Swing wide if it makes you feel comfortable.
Is it moving in our path?
It's not. The eye is moving within the glass sphere. It is not physically moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Nilbo takes a little bit wide swing from it. You guys are maybe 30, 50 feet away from it now, as it just follows you. Watches you as you go by. You guys get another 500 feet out away from it, the inside of it. Back to clear.
That's weird.
Probably to someone's security feature or something.
I guess.
It could have been something from nothing related to us at all, or it could have been one of the growing list of entities that really don't like us.
I mean, I guess.
I really hope the first, though.
It'll be convenient.
Okay.
Hopefully nothing comes of that.
That is about the extent of the interesting things that happen. As you guys are flying along, you do note some migrations of some actually monstrous birds heading a little bit further south from the coast of Droam. The chilly weather's still setting in. And that's about it. But we guys make our way through the third day, then to the fourth and final, if you guys want to have your conversation. Ganwin and Kasha.
Yeah, so at some point, once I knew we were gonna arrive that day and we were getting closer, I would take the two of them aside somewhere on the ship to talk to just the two of them. Like, all right. So before we go into another, what is probably going to be a shit show kind of situation, since I know the two of you can resurrect people, if I die, you might not want to try to bring me back. It may be a waste.
What?
I mean, you should think better of yourself.
No, I mean it might not work.
It
Well, who
might not
cares?
work every time we try.
But like, guaranteed might not work.
So it won't work. Is it guaranteed might not work?
Possibly. There's
so
either
it might work.
there's a possibility that resurrection will not work on me.
Okay, you want to elaborate on what you're talking about?
So when we were all the way back in Flamekeep, I spoke to Flamekeeper.
Mhm.
And I asked her if there was a way that we could bring back somebody who would have been 10 years dead or more. There is. But she showed me a vision. And it showed me a vision of successfully resurrecting my mother, but then her immediately dying anyway. Just back to life for a handful of seconds.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that curse is just upon my parents, just upon my mother, entire bloodline. I don't know.
And you're sure of this, and it's not just like a metaphor saying that trying to bring back the past is going to keep you from moving forward or anything like that?
The Flamekeeper seemed fairly literal.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm hearing is Gandalf, don't die.
I am not going to try to die. But from what I understand, bringing somebody back to life is fairly taxing. And it takes things that aren't necessarily easy to come by.
Right.
So, I'm not going to ask you to not try to bring me back to life, because I like being alive. But if the situation is dire enough, and if it looks like maybe somebody else might die, or the resources are so scarce that you could only bring back one person, it is worth contemplating. Because possibly not bringing anybody back at all would be much worse.
Why did you say it was a curse, Gandalf?
Is what it seems like to me.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
I just don't know why you would randomly say that it's a curse.
That's what I've thought it was this whole time.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
my
I will
assumption.
ask, did the Flamekeep say that it was a curse?
Nope. That is my assumption.
Well, do you
Especially
feel
since
cursed?
I've seen you guys bring people back to life. So if just
Wait.
anybody can be brought back to life, then I don't know.
Why would you wait till now to say something about this?
I didn't really think about. I just kind of assumed it was just my parents, and I'd been thinking about it recently. I don't know.
Have the
I
ability
have no idea.
to curse you.
Well, I mean,
I don't know a
Maybe-
lot about curses, but I feel
maybe
like
somewhere down the line, my ancestors pissed somebody off. I have no idea.
well, let's
I
look
didn't think
at
they were
it.
generational.
I mean, we could probably get a few of us together to give a good inspection of you to make sure you're not cursed. We might have been able to deal with this a long time ago. Or, I mean, you're trying to resurrect your parents?
Yes.
We might have been able to break the curse on them as well.
I couldn't tell you where they were.
You don't know where they are.
No idea.
Did
Okay.
the Flamekeeper tell you how you could bring them back?
There's she said she could do it. It's a powerful spell of some kind. So, presumably very expensive.
Expenses aside, what would that take? Just finding your parents?
Finding them? I don't know.
Sorry.
That was part of what I asked her was if it could be done without a body, and she said it was possible.
Oh, but the vision and the curse.
Right.
She's telling you that it's not possible because she'll just die again.
Yes.
Ah. Right, so let's find somebody to break this unknown curse then.
I don't know how to locate it. Haven't had the chance to look. But that is not what is important right now. We are on much more pressing business. And I can't guarantee whether it does or not. Extend to myself. I don't know.
Do you
But
have
because
any...
there is the chance, that is my concern.
I mean, do you know anything about your family tree? Maybe Milo could, whenever we get back to a city, look up your history or something like that to see where the curse could have come from. If you feel sure it's a curse.
I don't know what else it could be in. I actually don't know. Funnily enough. For Karn.
I don't know how long you were an orphan. Do you remember your parents' first full names?
Yes.
Okay.
We traveled a lot. We didn't have a home.
That's
And
fine.
I don't know anything past my parents.
Okay.
Gandalf, I need you to know that there is not a situation in which I will ever even consider leaving you to die.
If it is between the possibility of maybe bringing me back or bringing back definitely or much higher chance bringing back somebody else, yes, you should. If it is the difference between succeeding in our goal of making sure Zoriat does not come back or it does, yes.
But not Nilbo, right?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
You get the point,
real
though.
athlete.
I said what I said, Gandalf.
If it is a reasonable thing and we have an excess, fantastic. But if it is dire, at the very least think about it. Nobody can make either of you do what you do. That decision is entirely in your hands.
Are you going to be mad if I bring you back as a better person?
I mean, as long as I'm alive again, that's fine with me. Being able to fly would be pretty cool.
If we cannot find a way, we will make a way, Gandalf, to save you and whoever else we need to.
Sure.
Just know that.
I just want you guys to keep the bigger picture in mind.
Hey, do you want this to stay in between the three of us?
I mean, I don't see why it's relevant for anybody else.
So that's a yes, you would like it to stay between the three of us.
Sure, yes.
I don't see why it's relevant at all because you are not going to die, Gandalf. I'm glad we had this talk. Let's carry on.
3 of us have died already.
Kashyyyk is going to leave the conversation. She does not want to hear this from him anymore.
All right. This is a serious situation that could count you coming back to life. I am not going to... I feel like it would be a very good idea to have Milo try to scan you and look at you thoroughly to make sure you're not afflicted with some sort of nasty curse that might be hidden away somehow. So I understand you're wanting to keep this private for whatever reason, but I would consider at least extending your secrecy to him.
Sure. If this is something that he could possibly uncover, wonderful. But maybe not. I don't know. My parents seemed fine in their lives for what parts of them I was around for.
I mean, any information would be helpful.
I guess. Yeah, like I said, if this is something that he could find, sure.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Kaushik didn't leave the conversation because she just realized something. She has a spell called Remove Curse.
That's crazy. That's super wild.
She did leave the conversation, but once she realized it, she's like, Gadwin, let me try something for you.
Here it
What?
is. She just comes back
Oh,
with the
shit.
Blood of Vol user manual. Like, wait,
Ah!
it's right here. Section 14 with fifth level spells. Or whatever level spells.
She was busy being very emotional about Gandwin being stupid and thinking that I'd leave him dead at any point to realize. Let me try it. Let me try it on him. Let me try it.
Okay.
Let me try it. It probably won't work because like story arc, but let me try it.
We'll see what happens.
Do you have it prepared?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Yeah. I started typing it in because I knew that was the thing. I started typing it in and I was like, can I get this? Do I have it? And I do have it.
Nice.
Can I cast it higher? I don't think you can upcast it though. Okay, so at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed, a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to an object, so it can be removed or discarded. Okay, so do I have to do anything? I just do it? I don't have
You
to
just
roll?
cast it.
I just do it?
But I am
Yeah,
going to
just-
have you roll d20 plus your wisdom mod.
Yes, sir. Wisdom's +9, which is pretty sick, I think.
Wisdom mod.
Just wisdom.
Wisdom mod
Plus 5.
Wisdom's +5, so that's still pretty thick, I think. Okay. So.
If only I could assist you.
Total 17.
Oh.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Pretty good.
I thought that was bad. I thought it was gonna be high. I rolled a 12.
That's pretty good, yeah.
You reach out and sort of grab Ganowin's shoulders and start concentrating, casting the spell Remove Curse. You think you're training this spell, the uses that it's had on it before, and it's like soul searching, like you're looking for something that's wrong, like a small bead of something that is inside of Gandolin that you need to find and remove. As you do, your sort of vision surfing along Gandolин's soul, looking through, you see like a beating, dark piece of matter. Boo, 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 boo.
They cursed
find
his
it.
heart?
And your spell, Remove Curse, and it just darkens even further.
Oh shit.
Your vision
Killed
comes
me.
Kills
back
him
to you.
instantly.
Your vision comes back to you. It's ineffective.
Do I know? I know it's ineffective. I know
Yeah.
it didn't work.
But you also know there is something there.
It didn't work, but I don't think you were wrong.
I don't know. I didn't even think about it until the other day.
There's a darkness in your soul, Gandalf. I saw it, and I couldn't take it.
What do you mean?
The spell is supposed to remove curse from you. If you're cursed, you are. I don't know if that's a curse. It didn't work. but I don't know how to describe it. It's dark. There's a beating darkness. It's pulsating in your soul.
All right.
I want to go find Crowley.
Sure.
He's a magic man. He knows magic things.
Okay. You can go seek out Crowley.
Crowley, do you know anything about curses? Or dark magic in general?
I do know something of the dark magics, yes. It depends on the type, though.
I want to describe to him exactly what I saw going on inside of Gandalf's soul and see if he has any kind of idea of what the fuck is happening.
Do you actually say soul?
Well, Jonesy said soul. Did I know it was his soul? I've been saying soul.
It wasn't a physical form. So
Okay.
yeah, soul, spirit, whatever you would like to call it, as your sort of vision searching out through there, you saw something like it was growing on it.
It's not in his body, it is deeper.
Correct.
His kidneys? I'm sorry. Crowley will turn around.
God. Liver
His
disease.
kidneys. It's not a tumor.
Crowley will have been considering this, but when she mentions the spirit, the soul is like, that is more within my realm of expertise. Let's let's go look at Gandalf. I don't think there's anything I can do that you haven't already done, but let me at least go over there.
Okay.
This turned into a much bigger thing than I intended it to. Just like sidebar to RTM.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I guess at least now we know Koshik can't keep secrets too well.
Apparently.
Oh, but she gave the secret to the best secret keeper.
Just moments later, Koshik and Crowley return to the deck.
I hear you're having an issue.
Apparently.
Definitely. So
There's a blight upon my soul, as not shocking as that is.
war will do that to you, but something darker, I hear.
Oh.
I don't know what Crowley can cast. Perhaps like an Arcana check. Crowley wants to kind of use his spirits, perhaps when he uses his spirits to grant them advantage. He wants to use it to kind of try and delve and see, try and get a feel for this darkness that's affecting Gandalf.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that. Go ahead and roll for it.
What you want me to roll?
We'll make it a Arcana check.
Okay. That's. Goodness, what is going on? Did I really? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna roll it here. There we go. It is an 11, and I rolled a 1, so that means I've got to roll something else real quick.
It does.
Let's see. This is why I didn't want to roll with that, but I apparently closed my other roll window, so I was like, you know what? It's just going to happen. Let's see. Please feel free to talk while I find this and see what I'm rolling here.
Well, don't worry. I'll just while Gandalf's getting examined, I'll just talk to him telepathically. Don't worry. I'll try my best not to let you go down. As long as you keep using that bow and you stay out of too much danger, it should be relatively easy.
I make no promises.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, spicy. Let's see.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6. 1, 2,
87.
4, 5, 6. Vengeful.
Uh-oh.
All right. Do you want to say what that does to the class?
Gandalf gains my ire, which is pretty easy.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
become irrationally angry. You immediately use your reaction to cast the highest level damage dealing spell, not to include upcast spells, at a creature determined by the DM.
Okay.
All right.
Which I can actually tell you what that would be,
Caustic.
since I am a
Gandalf.
bard.
Nilbo.
Oh no, he's gonna kill Nilbo. Nilbo's gonna die. Wait, this doesn't happen like on the deck of the ship.
Where did you say? I heard
I
you.
would this would have been somewhere relatively private.
Okay.
Yes,
Was
as
my
far as I
intent.
know,
So, I
the
mean,
only
like,
people that are in here are me, Artyom, and Dandelion and Growly.
Okay.
So you're just talking in your room or something?
I guess my assumption is somewhere below decks would have been more private. So I mean, unless by no means do I want to try to like retcon anything, but I didn't think that hitting anybody was gonna be a fucking issue here.
Right. What's the highest level damage dealing spell you got? No, this isn't leveled up, so it's just whatever highest level damage dealing.
That would probably be synaptic static.
Fuck.
Okay.
All right, guys.
What is that?
It's a AOE psychic fireball.
Hey, I take half damage automatically.
In that
Okay.
case, go ahead and go ahead.
I do want to say, like, when this happens, like, it'll probably be something like, Gandalf looks away, talks to Kolchak, looks back, all of a sudden the mask that's like usually like just normal face, angry, just a scout, like just a ravenous anger screaming at him in the face.
Holy fucking shit.
And we roll.
That's an int save, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Nice.
It was a 21 is my no, kidding.
13. Oh wait, I think I'm proficient as a druid.
That
for
is a
intelligence saves.
natural 20 down to a 19 though.
Oh, that's 13 plus 7, so 20, 30.
Oh, are we all rolling that?
Correct.
Oh, yeah. That's a big AOE.
What was it? An intelligence?
Yep.
Saving throw, yeah.
Yep.
Intelligence saving throw. Oh, so I get +0 to that. That's cool.
Is this affected by line of sight?
Rolled a 17.
What?
No.
Synaptic static?
Does it go through walls?
It's just range area, 20 feet.
It's a 20-foot radius.
Uh oh.
Was my mic unmuted? I rolled a 17.
17.
Okay. Well, you all passed.
Is there
Take,
anyone else within that radius?
You don't know. You're in a room with the door shut.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Is that kid's room next to
Mom is
Gandalf's?
dead.
It's so half of 29.
Okay.
Ow.
So 14 points of damage.
14.
7 points of damage to you, Artyom.
Ow. Ow.
As Crowley, you're looking at him, this angry face pops up across your mask. And you guys see spirits. You've seen spirits rise from Crowley all the time, start raising up. And these spirits are angry and start slamming down on everything they see within this room, passing through the walls and down, slamming down. Y'all take that damage. Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I was gonna say, narratively, are we gonna say anything about what caused that, touching upon the darkness, or not?
What's that?
I said, are we gonna touch upon what caused that? Like, I know I rolled a 1, but narratively,
Right.
what are we gonna say happened there? Does the darkness hit Crowley and just a poor reaction, or?
Yeah. The Crowley, when you reach out, and then this is now introspective to Crowley. When you reach out, this creature, whatever this is, this being inside of your mask, you do see it. You have a spirit that fades forth from you, from your mask, and looks like just head into Gainowin's chest. Sees a darkness that Kaushik described growing on his soul. As it does, and you're starting to look at it, this being just gets incredibly angry, outright so, and you find yourself unable to contain in the rage that it's feeling against this, and it hits everything around at your feet. Just lashes out. but it's not it doing it. At least not during that moment. It seems like it's doing that. And then you look down at your hands and you've cast this on everybody around you.
So we did see Crowley do the verbal and somatic components.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Crowley!
What are you doing?
That's like one hand on the head. Like, oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Crowley's gonna pull away and just kind of retreat, like to the opposite side of the room. Just turn away and just move. Calm himself down. Like, look, the spirits reacted poorly. That whatever is in you, it is angering the spirits that surround me, Gandalf. This
You
reacted.
did that.
I did it, but the spirits took a hold of me, my friend. Whatever is in you, it's laid claim to you and doesn't like others peering into your soul.
I froze. Oh, what a wonderful time for me to freeze.
Cannot.
Wait a minute, guys. I froze a little bit. What did you? The last thing I heard was this. Whatever has taken a hold of your soul has claimed hold.
Yeah. I'm saying whatever has claimed hold of your soul does not like other spirits looking into you. It is possessive. I cannot help you right now unless I further research this, Gandalf. This is something. It is not just a curse. It is actively, like it is aware. It's no wonder that Koshik told me it's no wonder why the spell did not work on you. This is very powerful indeed.
I'm just gonna while Crowley is saying this, just sort of push past him towards the door to make sure other people are okay.
You know, look out into the hallway and everybody's fine. You don't see anybody else nearby.
You fucking dick.
I'm going to call out for Mop.
You wait. Call out for Mop.
Shit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to just quickly go. Okay. Do you want to play some checkers? You can set up the board for us if you feel like it.
Sure.
Okay.
Which one?
What?
Which one is that?
The disc, the little tiny discs.
Thumbs up.
I'll just go back into the room.
While he's talking to Mop, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Gandalf, and it's 21 points of healing.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Is a second level.
God,
I rolled 2 8s.
that's full health.
Hell yeah.
2 8s.
Nice.
Woo!
Artyom, do you need healing?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
I was just making sure. Sorry.
Would you say this room is dim light, Jones?
I'm going to say after that psychic blast, any sort of candles have been extinguished. So, yeah.
I'm just going to kind of like reactively kind of put my hand on Koshik's shoulder like, thank you. I really, that definitely hurt like a bitch. And I'm going to spend a key point and heal her.
Okay.
Shoot, just because, like, reflexively.
Yeah.
3!
Is
It's
that,
like,
is that including your wisdom mod?
yeah, I only have a wisdom out of 2.
Okay. I just,
Yeah.
I wanted to
Roll a
make,
1. Oh no.
I wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Koshik feels an immense, incredible amount of guilt because not only did she bring Crowley in by telling a secret Gandalf wanted to keep, but Crowley hurt everyone in the process. Koshik is going to gently nod. Thank you, Gandalf.
I was
And
gonna
then
tilt my head to one side, just in silent.
You
perplex.
guys see as Ganwin sort of like pats on Koshik's shoulder, bit of orange arcane energy float from Ganwin's hands and like the nosebleed from Kaushik just sort of stops. Some of it like actually trailing back up a bit.
Ew.
Hey, when did you start doing magic?
I don't know.
Did the
I'll mess with that more later. Okay, that is not the focus here. Anyway, this is nothing but prove my point. If you definitely saw something, that definitely means something is there. So,
Nah.
I feel like that kind of means you can't bring me back.
Okay, so don't fucking die. Try to.
I'll do my best.
Do better than Gandalf's best and put forth a very good effort.
I do not plan on dying anytime soon.
I appreciate your.
But
yes,
we have a job to do.
absolutely.
Job comes first.
Understandable, but I do also want to point out that just because that darkness is there doesn't mean we know what it does. And again, if it comes down to it, I will do everything that I can to keep you here, Gandalf.
As is your right.
Did
Fucking right.
yeah, I was gonna say, Ganon was just recently resurrected, wasn't he?
Nope. I have not died.
Milo,
Archam.
Yeah. Okay.
Archim and Milo, yeah.
Milosh.
Milo.
What recently brought up this realization that you could not be resurrected?
I don't know. I just kind of was thinking about it. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The fact that matters is that it's there. So.
I will look into this from a safe distance.
Then. Milo or Gandalf, I just had a great idea.
Sure.
You could use your mirror to like talk to your ancestors to find out when they get cursed.
Maybe. I guess I can try it.
The ancestors.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ. Accidentally walk into the fucking door. Oh, wrong door. Sorry. My bad.
Is this the whole hall
My
of
bad.
ancestors? Like, hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Sorry.
Wrong room.
All right.
My apologies.
Is there anything else y'all wish to accomplish?
How aside from the night that we leveled up, so the night that we left Valkyrik, how many nights have there been since then?
The night you left Bralkek, 2, 3. You are approaching on the no, it's been 4 nights since you've left and nearly almost an entire day. So
Okay,
this conversation is happening the day that you guys are arriving in Bralkek, correct? So
Right.
when Nilbo tells you that you guys are arriving, he tells you guys are going to arrive probably around 6 or 7. And yeah, so 4 nights.
4 nights, including our first night.
Correct.
Okay, so in those 3 nights, I am going to try and scry on my home, knowing that the chances of that happening are astronomically low.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything, or how?
You reach out, Artyom, trying to scry on the home that you knew and everything, knowing that the chances of it failing are very, very high. I'm going to say that this is what I'm going to give it a chance. Always high?
Always.
Hell yeah. Always high, baby.
Extend your consciousness out, trying to remember the home that you had, trying to look in on it, trying to see what is happening. Vision reaching out above the clouds, down onto an island, gets closer, and then gone.
Word. That'll be a thing to do if I have 5th level spells before going to bed.
Okay. All right. As you guys sail closer and closer that last day, get a little bit below the clouds, Snowbow follows up a river off of the main coast, leaving the sea behind. The landscape below you changing into some marshy, sort of thick mangrove trees on the shorelines of this river, making his way up north now to the town of Zarash'ak. And you guys see around 6 or 7 p.m. that night on the last day there, small hamlet town built onto the river delta itself. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you guys for playing with me. Hope you had a good time. I know I did. Thank you guys so very much. Make sure you drop a follow if you have not. Remember to also donate to Extra Life, this thing right down here below me. We're raising money for those guys who help sick and injured children. So donate, open your hearts and your wallets to a great cause. We are still going to be raising money, and when we hit certain milestones, we're going to be giving away some prizes. So the link is in the chat. Thank you again, Brittany. Click on that, donate to a good cause. They could really use it. So in the meantime, we are going to get out of here for tonight, but fret not, because we are going to be back. We will be back on Monday with Ghost of Saltmarsh, DM'd by, where at on my screen? This way on my screen, Gandalin at Fear DOA. And then on Saturdays we do this. So follow us here, follow us on Twitter. TikTok has been kind of dry lately, sorry. But you can also, if you want to get caught up, I've been catching up on us on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, stuff like that. So go check out the podcast and listen to it wherever.